7:22 too.
What's up?
Yeah, what's up? Cause I'm live right now. Sun, Sunday sessions, but I'm live. My son, give me a second. You can talk, Malachi.
All right, Rahul back to the family. So YouTube, yeah, pretty much. I want to talk about what's going on tonight. Talk about that briefly. So I'm gonna be having a discussion, all right, with Tall Noon. It pretty much is gonna be about, is Dr. York a plagiarist or is he a revisionist, like Almighty like to call it? Okay. So, the approach I'm taking pretty much is gonna be simple. It's gonna be, are you okay? First of all, I want to say this. Let me put it this way: in order to prove something false, okay, you have to have evidence of proving it false. All right? Especially scientifically. If you're going to say some type of science or science methodology is false, you have to use science to completely prove it false and not be a possibility. That's the only way you can prove it to be false, because there's many different directions that science takes. All right, so I'm just gonna put that out there because I don't want to hear the redundancy. We're trying to keep this educational, you know, and making points, power points. Okay, so again, I'm addressing that briefly. I'm gonna try to refrain from some other things that I know people like to drag us into when they're running out of information. So I'm gonna try to keep away from that. And outside of that, just pretty much what's been going on in the world or what time it is. It's a wrecking time, but it's a destroying time, but it's a building time. And I want to make that clear because it's not about destroying, meaning in the evil aspect, meaning that things come tumbling down. There was always a time to have to migrate and rebuild and change things. So what people are talking about when they say they got stuck or they, doing this or doing that, what I'm taking it as, I see a lot of people saying whoever's stuck are really the ones stuck, right? They're really just regurgitating the old information without even really understanding it. Because once you understand the old information, it'll bring you into the millennium. You know what I mean? There will be no reason to have to rewrite things. And this is why people are the Bibles and the Qurans, they can stand on the street corner right now and tell you that we're living in those times because wisdom is always a higher than knowledge. You see what I'm saying? It's wisdom over knowledge. So you can write something a certain way and it'll replay itself many different ways, but the same exact principle would take place. You see what I'm saying? So there'd be many stories, for instance, of creation, but the principle will remain the same. Okay. So I'm just putting that out there because there's a lot of people that really have no research methodology. They have no point to make, right? And this is what leads people into just saying, "Oh, he won this debate," or "He lost this debate," not really understanding what was put out there for people to grasp. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to watch out for that. Watch out for that, and I want people to watch out for that as well, because the point of a dialogue or a dialogue debate would be you bringing your presentation. Now, this is just a debate discussion. This isn't a debate. This is just a debate discussion. All right, but these are just some of the topics that I'm gonna bring up to him. Okay, and we need more individuals who are talking about they want to say this or say that, or they have something to teach to step up to the plate and contact us. We got many emails and people that you can contact if you want to step up to the plate. Now we got in touch with some couple brothers who was willing, and that's fine, Danny. But this is gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy, you know, because when you talk about plagiarism, y'all still there? I just want to make sure y'all still there.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
we hear you.
okay.
We hear.
Yeah.
I'm on mute right now. I'm just sharing the video and letting people know what it is. We live now. Sunday sessions addressing all with Malachi's disciple. We live now with Malachi's disciple. Um, you know, aka Facebook. Whatever.
Right.
We just putting that down. Yeah, you following me? We live now with Malachi's disciple. Like,
Yeah, I'm just putting that out there about the books of wisdom, rather education. You know what I mean? So, for example, we got all the in between. You got the beginning, and you have the end, and then you have all the in between. Right? You got all that taking place. But the beginning is the beginning, and everything in the middle eventually will have no value once it dies. You know what I'm saying? As far as information, all right. So I'm saying that to say all this technology, we got phones and computers, we got all these nice cars, different things all over the place, right? But what happens when storms and water washes all these things away the same way it did the ancients? How did it benefit us? It doesn't benefit us because what we do now is we try to make a repeat or a replica of what they did. And what that does is leads us on a path of destruction because, first of all, we're misunderstanding the science that they used, okay? And they misunderstood, obviously, some science that got us to where we are right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about when the Egyptians, so-called Egyptians, did anything. I'm talking about after the invasions. People got to start realizing that after the people that invaded us were not idiots. They were not like some type of cavemen that didn't know anything. All right. By the time we were attacked by civilized, strategic people, strategic nations, whether they were barbaric, Vikings, or extremists, radicals, whatever it was. They had a strategical plan and they operated as such. You dig what I'm saying? It wasn't just no beast war like they try to show you in the movies. Like, it was more like Avatar. Okay, more like Avatar. So yeah, these people had machines. They had high technology. A lot of ancient Hindu technology. Nuclear warfare. There's still artifacts and dust and dirt from nuclear bombs that was dropped in ancient days. They still got proof of this over there. So we know they had atomic warfare. We know they had bombs. So when you fast forward into today's time, and you say, damn, why does this particular people have this and this particular people have that? Because they've always had that. That's always been their way of operating with computers, using a computer for a vessel. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Using a computer for a vessel. So again, when you talk about indigenous cultural people, all right, the ones that they called witches or wizards, these type of people, we're not focused on machinery because we know the demise of a machine. You know what I mean? Especially if it's not a solar machine. It's taken away more than it's giving. You know what I'm saying? Your body is giving off a lot of energy and a lot of food for things around you. When you're walking down the street, for an example, and you got gnats flying around your head, these gnats are feeding off your aura. They feeding off your energy. Bugs are always attracted to you. You have this magnetic pull at that point. You see what I'm saying? Your magnetic energy is high. You're vibrating high at that point. So you're pulling all these type of things to you. You might have warm energy in the cold. You might freshly step out the house for a minute and you coming from a warm environment that your body has been adapted to. You step outside and you wonder why all the bugs are near you and no one else. It's because you're vibrating a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You're vibrating a certain way. And what you're doing is you're actually feeding these sources around you. Even when you breathe out, you're feeding and you're giving back to something that needs it. But then you have things like toxic. Okay. Now we know the body produces toxins, right? And the earth produces toxins as well. But all of this stuff is out of balance. The earth already produces her toxins. You see, so when we create machines and industrial cities, across the planet and send this pollution out to the atmosphere, right? This alone blocks the sun. Never mind the heart program and all this type of things. We already have pollution blocking the environment, destroying the environment for hundreds and hundreds of years. You see what I'm saying? So this planet has already been on demise, and now we're at a point where they don't know how to stop it. They done did so much, they don't know how to stop it now.
What happened, Malachi? Why you stop?
I'm bad. No, I'm saying we're at a point where my son was talking to me. We're at a point where they don't know how to stop it now. They done did so much to nature, right? To create their little toys, to have fun, their nice cars, and to fool people in nice airplanes, or you travel here to there in a matter of 4 hours on a private jet. It's all luxury, it's all nice, right? You live to that. They lived up to that, and it's been fun for them. But they never thought as far as what happens when nature begins to uh, adverse everything that you're doing. See, for a long time, nature has just been stagnant. The earth, the planet is so huge, it takes years and years for you to realize that you made a huge mistake. You see what I'm saying? So you have to literally dump gallons, billions and billions of gallons in the ocean, billions of toxic airs and toxics in the air, um, mess up the economy, mess up psychology on people, the ecology in the ocean, and everywhere. So after all these years of doing that, right? Yeah, of course we've seen storms, but we haven't seen storms like we see today. And this is why these storms today are breaking records. You see, every time you look at a storm, it's a new record. Oh, we never had this many storms. We never had that many tornadoes. The wind was never this fast. Yeah, because this is not the same time. The earth always cleans herself. She'd always cleanse herself. You know, just like your body always cleanses itself. But you cleaning your body at the age of 17 is not the same if you polluted your body for 30, 40, 50 years. The process of cleansing yourself out now will be much more detrimental. It'll hurt more. All right. You'll suffer more. You'll be in agony. You'll be in pain more. All these type of things. And so we got to look at that the same way.
That for
Right.
is I play a devil's advocate. Is that for everybody?
Say it again.
Is that for everybody? Like you said, for 40, 30 years polluting your body, it'd be harder for you to cleanse it or whatever. Is that something that's coming that's something that's like does that it, does that go for everybody? That's basically fuck it. Is that for everybody? Like, is that a fact for everyone? Is that a truth for everyone that process that say I was polluted? I'm 47. I've been smoking weed since I was 14. First smoked joint when I was 17. I was drinking since I was 14. Um, but I stopped the drinking. I really drink, at 19, but I still smoke weed. So does that same process affect me?
We'll see.
Is what I'm saying. Is that on an individual basis, or is that for everyone? That's what exactly what I'm saying.
What I'm talking about as far as like, I'm talking about like the body plaguing the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So, like for example, you wake up in the morning, right, and your back hurt or your foot hurt or something. You're like, God damn,
Right,
my back hurt. You see what I'm saying?
right.
The fact that we're in that pain is the reason why it's on our mind subconsciously. But if we wasn't in that pain, it wouldn't be on our mind. So it'll be free space rather than us taking up that, even if it's a little incy wincy little bit of space to say, this little pain is coming from my back. You know what I'm saying? So the body is like plaguing the spirit. So I'm not saying it in the aspect of like the
It,
ultimate goal is to be like a athlete, right? Because there's athletes who who are really sick. People see people jumping around, they think that's health. That's not health. That's just, there's a many things that come with that. People getting shots and steroids, and what you think, what you see as health isn't health. Some people are spiritually, mentally sick out here
Right.
jogging every day,
That's why.
swimming
That's why.
every day.
Because you just said it. You said some people.
That's
So
right.
I just if you was categorizing everyone, because you like people quick to say stuff like, well, my grandmother, she ate pork for 100. You know what I mean? She lived to 112. She ate pork and smoked cigarettes and spit tobacco. You know what I mean? But she lived to 98 or she lived to 99, and you know what I mean?
That's right.
So, but go ahead. I wasn't really trying to interrupt you like that. I was just, I gotta, cause sometimes we should do that with each other when we talking.
Yep. That's right. That's best.
Adequate way. You know what I mean? Um, so the people can get a better understanding of what's being said, or they won't take it for a whole truth. You know what I mean? Cause like
Yep.
that ties into exactly why I started this show tonight. You know what I mean? Because of the niggas on the post, like taking words from Doc or taking things from Doc they read. You know what I mean? And saying, where's that? Hold on, Malachi. Hey, you can talk while I gotta get the charger for the laptop. Malachi, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm talking to your son.
Yeah. So yeah, again, when we really realize how strong we are mentally, or if we sit back and we look from the outside in, we'll realize how strong we even been. A lot of us are in pain since we're teenagers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our feet, back, necks are hurting, and this is from a toll from early vaccinations and early foods that whatever. But a lot of us already consciously overcame that pain aspect, that suffering aspect, that dreadfulness. And that's why we able to even today shine the way we shine today in the midst of so much chaos, oppression, and everything. Because no matter what, there's a glow with us. There's a glow, you know what I mean? And that glow, there could be everything going on around it, just like an atom or like a fusion.
Right. No, your aura. Your
Yeah,
aura. That's a fact. That's what I was getting at, because if you looked at my aura, or you see my light, my hue, some people don't see the aura, or they do see the aura, but you don't see it. Or some people just could look at you and see that you a certain being or you a certain person. You know what I mean? Like just now, we was on a about to turn to get on the highway, and it was a Muslim sister next to us. She was smoking a cigarette. She had a chemo on. You know what I mean? She's sitting there by herself, and out of nowhere, she screams over, "Brother, can I get over?" Now these people really, really talk to people, Arabs, you know what I mean, or Palestinians, whatever, wherever she was from. You know what I mean? And they to address you as brother, and but that could have been cause of my beard. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they don't even really address brothers with beards like that. You know what I mean? So she probably would have more or less waited, because a lot of people are wearing sunnahs now, wearing beards, and they're not Muslim. You know what I mean? So they sometimes, a lot of them are prejudiced, and they don't look at us as Muslim or Islamic people, or they think we ignorant and won't say nothing to you because they think you about to curse them out or flip out. But she didn't hesitate to say, "Brother, can I get over?" And I was like, "Sure, go ahead." You know what I mean? But cut in front of us so she can make the turn, because she was in the wrong lane. to get on the highway. You know what I mean? So it's like that's a point. That's an example of which we was just talking about, right? Oh shit, McCool and Yahweh slid in the building at the same time. It's going down.
They always do it like that.
In the DM, right? Them two, they always pop up at the same time or right after each other like magic. You know what I mean? But go ahead, Malachi. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro, because you was going into a good spill. McCool, you said something?
No, big.
Rahul back. Rahul is back. And it's Rahul back because Rahul is back. And we'll get to that one day soon because I know a lot y'all niggas know what it means, and a lot of y'all niggas act like you don't. But nobody says nothing when you say it because they do know what it means. They know fuck Rahul is back. Period. But go ahead.
What up, my cool?
Yes, my brother.
Oh, well, what's up?
Yo, what's happening?
Mm-hmm.
See tall dude up there. I told you that motherfucker, I mean, he got fired, quit, or he on vacation, cause that nigga been going in. Word up.
24 hours.
Wow. Yeah.
That's the boss.
Well, I liked your video. You did the recent live video. It was hot.
Who's that?
Yeah.
I don't mean cut no one off.
Mm.
We always do this. It's something else, but address fire. But I want Malachi to be able to get back on the format and express what he was finish expressing what he was expressing, because he gives utmost respect and diligence to us when the elders are speaking. And he has a lot to say, but out of respect for us, he lets us flow. And he does his own thing, which I encourage him to do. Make his videos, make his presence known, because he has the gift. He's the one of the ones. But go ahead. Find Malachi McCool, which I was saying.
I was watching McCool video.
Uh-huh.
And he was defining the word Muslim.
Oh, where at the speaker's corner?
Yeah,
Mm.
And niggas talking about we don't do this.
Yep.
We do this all day, every day, my man.
That's right.
I gotta catch that video.
Yeah, we put in work, huh?
What is it?
It's a very difficult job. I mean, as I've got into it and I've started to research and understand more, that's why I do understand now that being an Ansar is very critical and important to your level of understanding.
What's the video? Five. Put the share the video with the hangouts.
Okay.
Yeah, because they just don't understand language.
I think it's on McCool's channel. He got a couple videos now.
Yeah, I've been
popping up on the Google Plus. Oh, I gotta download that. That's what I didn't do. That's why I ain't been seeing it.
What's that?
I'm not on the Google Plus thing.
I didn't download my Google Plus again to this when I set up this Hangouts.
Okay.
It was already.
Yeah, maybe that's why Brother Malachi is not seeing them.
I just automatically downloaded Hangouts because I'm already
I guess I'm on Google
active,
Plus.
but I don't have Google Plus.
I shared it on my Google Plus.
But it is critical.
Yeah. I mean, all of it is critical. I mean, it was our school of thought and learning. And obviously, if I'm representing HTM, Holy Tabernacle Ministries, that is basically the fundamental basis of it. All these monotheistic religions and dispelling the misnomers and trying to pull them out of the matrix. So, they're coming slowly but surely. But it can only be melanated brothers and sisters that we're talking to.
Right. And we, like I was getting ready to say, we put this work in for those who is for, just like the master teacher did. But really, like I said the last Friday, this is for the universe. This is being recorded. So it don't matter about how many followers, if I'm getting money. The universe is hearing this. This is going out into the universe and it's coming back. So regardless, you know what I mean? This shit is certified. You are now about to witness
The strip
Drum
of
Street knowledge. Yeah, babe. But Malachi, I don't know if you want to finish it, what you were saying, or you want to jump off into this the, us as a collective. But I wanted you to finish breaking down because you was talking about this shit. You was talking about things and you was talking about what's gonna take place tonight on Six Dynasty show with Amadi, you know.
Just making sure they know what I'm coming with. They're not gonna be hearing that you ain't gonna try to sway me down. That ain't gonna happen.
Right.
So, but the money gonna moderate it properly. So we gotta make sure the red herring thing doesn't happen. You know, people ain't gonna be telling me what I mean when I ask a question. Like, oh, you mean this? Nah, I mean that. I don't mean that. I don't mean what you're trying to make me mean. I mean exactly what I said. Explain that. You know what I mean?
And that's my point. Like niggas be trying to, like how you was talking about. Remember I told y'all playing devil advocate. This is things we need to do sometimes when we're talking. Someone needs to jump in and ask certain questions, so it the point of be hamming in. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like I respect what you said about you were saying something about the science, right? I wanted to stop you then, but I was talking to my son and I had to do something. File real quick, and when I was sending the joint to Facebook. But I heard you when you were saying something about science, backing things up with science, right? That's what you said? Things must be backed up with science. Would you say it again? Say that again.
Yeah.
Malachi over there acting up.
Yeah, man. I'll come to an end. Make room. I'll make some room.
Now you
Right knowledge.
did you hear what I asked you, or was you trying to talk and it wasn't?
Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't even hear you.
Oh, you didn't even hear me. I said earlier you was talking. You said something about things have to be backed up or proven with of some type of scientific science. You saying say it again because I don't want to misconstrue your words.
Yeah, I was saying if you're gonna say something is false, you got to have a scientific approach to say it is not even a scientific possibility. You can't just say something is false when it comes to science because even scientists agree that there are things that are unexplained. That's why science is a theory. That's why a lot of things you hear, the theory of relativity, the Einstein theory, or the theory of the Newton theory. The theory, everything is a theory because they leave that enough space to say there could be something else.
Thank you, and that's exactly what I text in the post the other day when niggas be acting like they don't understand what the fuck I'm saying. You know what I mean? That a fact. This is because this is my point. I'm about to bring home with that. What I'm about to bring home with that is because you was just saying like is room. It don't necessarily have to play that niggas. Everybody think you have to have some fucking proof to show forth what you say out your mouth, and that's not a fact. That's not a truth either, at all. If I say something that is an actual fact or a truth, no matter what your personal understanding or your personal feelings or thoughts are, or your disagreements and gripes, that don't make you right. and that don't make it right because you disagree with it, or you're coming with some spew from some scientifical people, because these scientific people you talking about is white people. First of all, nigga, don't bring nothing white or European to contest anything Dr. Malachi Z. York wrote. Period. My nigga, that's a no-brono, a no-brainer, a wano. Nigga, how can you, oh, he plays Dr. Zachariah Sitchin shit, and he lied and added his own shit, because that's not what Stitchin wrote, and it's not in Sumerian text. Huh? First of all, how the fuck you know what the translations of the Sumerian text say? You speak Sumerian? Like Chuck, at least Chuck did go into study to learn Sumerian text or ancient Sumer, so he can translate the clay tablets himself. I give him that.
But
a lot of
who can? Who? Chuck Morgan can?
No. He said, I said, you know, because I was gonna put everybody and say no one else translates Sumerian text or went into studying, or people are studying now. But Chuck said he took a class that night. When I talked to him on the phone, he was like, yo, listen, this is where I started going left with after, you know, Doc got locked up, and I started having second thoughts. He said, because I like linguistics, you know, he had us on the language thing and going to the roots. And he said, I really wanted to know that Sumerian text, dialect. So he said he took up some courses or classes to do that, and it don't matter what's in the clay tablet from what he's saying or Zachariah is saying. It don't match with what Doc is saying or whoever told him this. But like you probably about to say that nigga's lying. You know what I mean?
No. I mean, he might have.
No, about being a true translate cuneiform. And
he might have.
But even then, when you're dealing with translations, to me, this is just to me, because it's according to perception. Like, even if I translate something from English to French, it's not going to be the same way. Some words this idea. Whoever is taking in the information, especially with So that's why I say valuable. But did they ever change?
But my point,
you sound distant.
We sound like we underwater.
You hear me now?
Hello? Yeah, we sound like we on the water.
I was saying 5 sound distant.
I said, yeah, because from what I was hearing, it sound like we underwater.
No, I can hear you. 5 sound distant.
Oh yeah, she was.
Oh, okay. I was saying language is perception.
Hold on a sec. I'm trying to hearing this like it's echoing. You're on the phone and the energy starts flowing and we start unifying in my mind. You don't hear all that stuff on the goggles? So I don't know if we clear. Or we clear. That's what my point is. I don't want to keep talking and we not clear.
Can hear you. 5 sounds distant. Can hear you clearly. Hear you clearly. 5 sound distant.
Do I still sound?
Nah, I can hear you now.
All right. So I was saying that even if someone did come up with a translation, language is perception. Body language, talking is just mind to mind. There's no perception in that. It's still your perception because it's what you view. But when you're on a higher frequency, that's how people can see into other dimensions, or clairvoyant, or whatever, and it's still up to their perception of what they see. Because some people are.
Well,
you understand what I'm saying?
No. You're
but
right.
So
I just want
that of that, even if somebody did, somebody other translated a Sumerian dialect or Sumerian text, right? Cuneiform. That would be what based on what those symbols mean and the language that you put together would still be based on your perception.
Right.
Right.
And that you convey through that perception is what the other person gets or perceives. It's a reflection of what you say until you come into your own truth of those words. You feel me? Or that language or those symbols or whatever. It's perception.
Right.
So how could you tell somebody they was wrong?
But
no, I'm not saying
no. You right. Finish. You're right. But what I was I want now.
Or did they get that
but now that you said that, I want to finish because cannot enough be said. From that standpoint, that's clear. From the standpoint, the other standpoint of the side of the clock that I'm coming from is when I'm saying like this. You say this man's story is different from this man's story. One, y'all niggas y'all read cuneiform. And you know whoever told you this shit is the fact that Zachariah Stitcher shit was right and Doc was wrong. So you saying the white man shit was right when the white man will tell you himself in his own books, if you read his fucking books, that he was still learning. And he had to revise and upgrade, and he learned different words and realized certain other words, and he learned that different things. Now all of a sudden he came out with the Lost Book of Inti after all Doc shit, and then it was more with oomph. Then it was hitting you the first time, because the first time it was hitting you like, oh shit, this nigga know the story. And if you read a Islamic atlas, that same story Zachariah Stitcher says is in an Islamic atlas, a thick one, a big one. And this one details the story of Islam all the way to the beginning of time, how it went from before ancient Sumer, from Adam and Eve up, how it traveled through Ethiopia, through Arabia to Egypt, so the names changed to Cush, the land changed, all the land mass from the garden. It gives you the history lineage all the way up to the prophet of Islam. So they give you the story of Anu and Enlil. So this was another confirmation, even though I acknowledge it from Doc and Stitching, to be in the masjid, grab a book, open it up, in the story of it. I never knew that. I've been going to Ramadan since I was 19. I've been participating in Ramadan and going to Islamic classes when I was locked up. And I never seen that book, just like I never seen the Mutuawa by Imam Malik. And what he said in there was another confirmation of something Doc said. And this is why they shun the Shiites and the 12 imams. But get back to the point. You know what I mean? Because niggas think because I be texting crazy, I can't talk. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's why I don't like texting. Nigga, get on the phone, get on the video, and let's do this. But you cowards don't be wanting to do this. You know what I mean? But my point is, how can you take, so now the story's in the atlas, that's 2, right? Now 3, I give you this. Why would you expect Doc's translation? Because you said it, Zach, they consider it interpretation when they talk about Zachariah Stitcher. But when Doc did his, he said it was a translation, and he was the reformer to come translate, retransliterate everything. So when you retransliterate everything, you put it back in the proper form.
Yeah.
How can you tie the white man's lesser knowledge, because he really don't know what the fuck he's talking about?
Right.
First of all, he waits for someone to find some facts or truth,
you say that hide the truth.
or he hires people to learn languages or go study in these villages and places over in Iraq and Africa and all these places, so they can learn these. Yeah, so they can learn these ancient languages and ancient texts. Right. Because there's languages in Africa right now that niggas can't speak or translate. Right. Or repeat. There's niggas in Africa that can't even repeat certain tribal speak or understand it, nigga. Today, forget back then. We talking about today. White man can't even translate that.
And they sent somebody there to learn that shit. That's how they discover it.
Yeah, they send some trees to them niggas, sneak in and start learning.
And it's still
get them niggas to teach them their language
based on English perception.
But a lot of those tribes, they can't even go or enter into their territory because it'll be hostile. They not looking at the white man at all. They don't want to see him at all.
Can I add to that?
Over here, shoot. Yeah. Give me one more second, and I'm done. Cool.
Yes, brother.
To try. The point is, like I said, Doc said he was a reformer, a translator, retransliteration. He gave revisations to everything he taught from the beginning he came out to the day he so-called went to prison. He revised everything, his own literature, his own shit. And it would be newer shit in there, and it would be more information in there. And it'd be the same thing like Elijah. This is why Elijah Muhammad fell, because he said the niggas wasn't ready for 76 trillion years of information. He still had to wash their brains from Christianity and all the slavery fuckery and the drugs that was hitting at the time. He said these niggas can't even accept their God. So he stopped that 76 trillion years of information and gave it to the elect students or elite students that were able to grasp it and elevate to a different, because you didn't get your degrees all in one book. See, FOI members have to go through stages of degrees to get a whole degree. They have to really know, understand, and understand it before they can move on to anything else. You will not get the lost and found. You will not get the 1 to 36. You will not get the 1 to 40. You will get none of that until you pass these stages in the NOI. Brother, that's how it was kept secret back then. That's when it was mum's the word. So he failed because he lied to the people that helped them draft towards what was coming in the future, because he knew what was coming behind him. See, so he didn't actually fail. Doc just said he failed because the world didn't end then. Revolution didn't take place in the way it was supposed to take place. The replenishing, the rebirthing didn't take place in that sense. It did, a rebirth did take place in another sense for our people to get to that stage of rebirth now. See? So how can you take the white man's knowledge in y'all these forums, and I'm gonna be respectful when I go in there tonight because that's someone else's platform, but all the rules, regulations to debate and scholarship and scholarly is fuckery. Like Doc told us then, the white man's language, teaching, schooling is trash, is garbage. He said all that intellectual, highfalutin talking don't mean shit. Because you niggas don't even understand what English words are. Because English words are what? Masonic codes. So if I'm talking to a regular conversation right now, they'll be having that same regular conversation in court, but talking a whole nother jargon. That's why they say, oh, you are a pro se or a pro se or a paralegal. do you really understand the jargon? Because certain words that you say plainly don't mean the same thing legally. That shows you there's a code in language. In English language, I mean it's codes in all language, but what I'm saying is I'm talking about the English code. You know what I mean? The trash. He said motherfuckers down south talk the proper English or proper. You know when you see a Puerto Rican coming over from Puerto Rico on a boat, and they speak English and it's broken up, or country people or African. But that's the proper way you're supposed to speak. He said, but motherfuckers think you're supposed to talk all intellectual and say big ass words, and that's when I stopped using.
But that's why, like in Spanish, like when the back day, they be like the Puerto Ricans used to call the ground the floor, because that's what the word means in Spanish. We just translate it to floor.
Go ahead,
English.
Oh my bad. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it still don't mean the same thing it mean in Spanish. What we say in Arabic or from Arabia in English still don't mean the same thing it means in Arabia. Nigga, y'all niggas talk this shit. Let's talk about stuff. Drive them points in. Y'all niggas trying to use the white man's archaeology and Stitch's work bad against the Dr. York's work. Like, why would his translation be the same? Was it his same translation when he retranslated the Quran or the Talmud or the Injil? He always put their shit and then he put his own motherfucking translation with his own Arabic letters that he chose to say this is the proper Arabic symbols we should be using. Not this one. This is weak. Like how they say a weak hadith. This is weak. Well, that's certain Arabic people from Pakistan, Iraq, and all those different places speak a different dialect or Arabia, which comes from Aramaic. You feel me? So that means that's just like when Doc said, or when we say in New York, you ain't got to use Doc for that. We say they call them New York Ricans. Puerto Ricans that come from Puerto Rico say, "Oh, you a New York Rican." Well, how you calling me a New York Rican? Because nigga, you don't speak proper Puerto Rican language, nigga. They speak like a hip hop dialect, a down south slang of fucking Spanish. But the motherfuckers over there in Puerto Rico tell them that shit is broken. That shit, get out of here with that garbage. That shit is broken up. That's not proper. Because a nigga in New York may not even really fully understand a motherfucker that comes straight from Puerto Rico and was raised on proper Spanish speaking or Latino speaking, whatever how you say it, dialect, whatever way y'all niggas want to use it. Yeah, but see, when y'all use these rulings and jargons, this is what I'm trying to say. Y'all using the same tools of the people y'all say y'all don't fuck with. White people, Europeans, crackers, Christians, people that made the Bible. Y'all say y'all against them. You don't fuck with them. You gods or you this or you that, right? But you use this same white man shit to combat us with in debates. Like these niggas be on Sanetta's show thinking they talking some real scholarly shit, but where's your reference? All right, so now I gotta say this white man, this white man, this white man, and this white man. Or if I say a black man, I gotta say Dr. Ben, you know what I mean? Or what's his name? Diop.
Yeah, Sheikh Anta Diop. Yep.
Yeah, Sheikh Anta Diop. And I read his books back in the days when I was younger. I always was in it different. I was always reading everything, like Doc said, being universal, really reading other people's shit, not just his shit. That niggas got his shit, and it's like you got like a nigga hit you with a bag of leak, or a nigga slipped you a Mickey of a crack wool, nigga. And you got stuck on the fucking information. But then you want to combat us and say, oh, y'all niggas is following those teachers, his doctrines, or he was lying. First of all, nigga, like Malachi said when he first started, those were schools, my man. And this is how I know y'all niggas is book reading, video watching ass niggas, or you young. Because if you was really a part of the Ansar Laru community, or if you was really a part of the ACM community or the Nuwabian community, right? And privy to classes, right? Or you would have been on Bushwick Ave, or you would have been at one of the tabernacles or the stores around the USA or in Europe, in UK. Cause yeah, we was banging in UK, Africa, Haiti, wherever. Nigga, on this map, HTM was booming. White people wearing top bushes, nigga, speaking this shit. That's early days internet service for you niggas that didn't have no internet service. Nigga, we had a class forum on the internet service that Doc had for niggas to call in and ask questions. It wasn't a closed school forum. We met every Sunday if we on that. Am I lying, y'all? Well,
Yeah, every Sunday.
am I lying, Hooney? Did we not have online internet class service? The question and asking Doc.
That's right.
In a radio station.
Facts.
That's right.
Facts.
That's right.
With a phone number.
That's right.
Facts.
And it was mad debates. Y'all niggas keep talking about Doc ain't debate nobody. You wasn't there, nigga.
Them emails is
I gotta lie. I was there.
That's right.
He was debating niggas all over the world.
Yep.
On the internet.
What you talking about? You new internet babies? Nigga, that's 96. 97.
Push.
We was on there. You see crackers from Europe with top bushes on, nigga, holding classes. Live video shot from their video camcorders out there. In attire. You know what I mean? So why I gotta lie for? Like, this the thing that killed me. Like, you lying, nigga, because you wasn't there. How can you debate me on something that you're not there for? To witness, you say he lied to us. That nigga never, he told us the truth. You accepted the lie, nigga. Because he
talking
told
about?
you to watch for the lie.
Who you speaking to?
Huh? I'm talking to in general. Everybody, the world, the universe. The post, Facebook, whoever.
Let's call up some there. Hold on.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's what I was about to do too. I was about to start dropping some of them niggas' names in that motherfucking post.
Because they talk a lot of shit.
You know what I mean? Little dumb illiterate niggas. Newbie ass. That's why I put that your post in there. The newcomers, you newcoming ass niggas. Acting like you been around us for 100 years. Nigga, you wasn't there.
Hold on,
niggas wasn't there. You don't know Doc personally. Because you wasn't in the classes when he told us, don't come to the land. Put Nuwapu down. Put all these schools down. They were just schools. Now, for those that school was for, stay in it. But I gave you the proper way to access it and motherfucking use it. But I'm going over here. Doc Ben left Nuwapu alone. When that nigga went to jail, he was in Kemet, Egypt. My nigga, Osiris. He was in a whole nother school. AEO. HCM was over. And that's what he said at that class in 9-7. He said, I wasted 30 years going to all these schools with you niggas. Because you asked me to. You didn't want what I came to give. You wasn't ready for who or not who. Say it for me. I like when Elijah say it. Say it, Ohuni.
Amanubi Rakata.
Yeah. That shit blow like butter. Now say it, Yahoo L.
What?
What Hooney just said.
I'm a newbie.
I'm a newbie.
Oh. Yeah, Amun Nebre Aka.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I mean? That's the other way you say
roll of the
it.
tongue.
Yeah, that's the other way you say it. You hear that?
Amun Nebre Aka.
Yeah, but see the magic man I'm gonna put a little magic up there.
Good regular English doctor.
That gentleman.
Yeah, that gentleman. That shit.
Hey, yo, Phenom, man, you on fire, fam. Hey, look, do me a favor, cause I know, I mean, cause you know, right now this is on and popping. I want to be swift with mine, but I want to yield to my cool. When you're done, let my cool come up, and then please let the magic man tend to some asshole right quick if you don't mind. Excuse my language.
Yeah. I was gonna stop anyway. I forgot to. I'm glad you said it. That's why I be traveling.
I know you do. All praises do.
Yeah. I ain't got time for the idiotic little motherfucker mortal shit. I'm traveling, nigga. I'm in the ethers. I'm waving. You know what I mean?
Look. He called the dad right on time.
Yeah. Doc said leave the past in the past, nigga.
Look.
Don't carry it with you.
Look. Y'all hear?
So
yeah.
Yeah. The message. Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead, McCool, my bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce on that. We're gonna go back because I've said to Chuck Morgan in the last previous video when we addressed him, all this red herring talk, you know.
Yeah.
We understand red herrings.
Straw man. Doc left that shit alone.
Exactly. As he said, fancy words. Do you get what I'm saying? But again, this is not mastery of the English language. I'm over here with the English. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm over here with the atheists and the, you know, New World thinkers and blah, blah. And when I have a discussion with them, we all know that until maybe a decade ago, Zachariah Stitchin was not even credible in his own circles.
Thank you.
It was only close to death that they started to accept the teachings, the translations, and the philosophies of Zachariah Stitchin.
And why is that?
Because him showing that Pluto, for example, that was in the what they call them, the cylinder scrolls, that were in the cylinder scrolls. When you rolled them out, it had 10 planets. And he explained that they only found Jupiter in the 1930s, proving the fact that, well, how come these ancients already had the solar system mapped out? So amongst the scholars, for many years, he was a figure of ridicule. So it's funny now that these black so-called, I call them Negro-centric, these Negro-centric supposed scholars, ex-Nuwapians, who should know better. Do you get what I'm saying? Because we've already explained that science is 15% of the visual spectrum of the universe. So it's limited. Do you get what I'm saying? They cannot tell you or measure the existence of the universe, how old it is, and blah, blah, blah. We know where they're at. They're at 4 billion years. We're dealing with 76 trillion. And I don't know what Chuck Morgan and the rest of them are subscribing to. You might as well deal with Darwin and evolution.
Yeah. Oh, Chuck said he don't believe in nothing. So how you using somebody else's work to debunk somebody's work if you don't believe in none of that?
Exactly.
You don't believe in nothing. You're an atheist now.
Exactly. And with an atheist, you couldn't even have a discussion. And that's the facts.
Yeah, but you'll use an atheist to use everything that you use or you about or you study against you, like Doc taught you to. And right. Chuck was good at that. I know him personally. He was good at debating.
That's right.
When he was young. Now he's garbage. I don't even know that dude right there. Shell. That's a shell. His soul left. He's
and dead. Tell the truth, Chuck. If you know cuneiform, you know cuneiform is the wedge script, is the written version of Nuwabic. So the oral tradition. Do you get what I'm saying? The spoken word before it was written down as wedge and whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? Is Nuwabic. So if you know Nuwabic, then you could say you know cuneiform in its written form. But that only proves that your teacher was very good. It proves nothing else. Because there are scholars up to now, 2017, you can't translate that.
Right. So that's my point. Like, y'all niggas sitting there saying Doc ain't do it, but how do you know? Where's your? Even if you show some proof, that's not proof.
Exactly. But
because like I said in the post, I said scientists and these people that do this researchers that are scholars, right?
That's right.
They deal with theories and a hypothesis. And when they're studying, they go digging. And it may be a fact at the time that they find something, and then you'll see years later, they'll say, oh, they revised their own shit. Oh no, we found out that is this.
It's not true.
Oh, is that. So their facts always change.
Yep.
Because they're waiting for someone to come with the truth that they know has the truth, and then they flow with it. Like I used the biaps, the quarts, the zills, and the zets. You know what I mean? When Doc took that, being that dudes found research where scientists, but it wasn't recognized. They didn't accept it. The people, because the people that find this stuff is a counselor that says, okay, we accept that, stamp that, broom, broom. It's something smaller than atoms and quarks and biaps. But when Doc did it and said it, and a nigga went and explained it and won a Nobel Peace Prize off of it. Dudes won Nobel Peace Prizes off of mad stuff Doc taught. The circle in the square, all that. And they update they shit every time Doc came out with something. Because numbers don't lie, man.
Well,
numbers don't lie, bro.
Another thing to agree with you, brother, is that when I look through these study books, these HTM study books, I mean, a lot of them are dated 1994. Do you understand?
Right.
And the information contained within is just amazing because, I mean, this stuff is relevant for right now.
You want his
I'm having debates and discussions and I'm sitting there on the train home thinking, was I right in what I was saying? Did I get that right? Let me just check it. Let me just read this pamphlet. Oh, does God need love? Okay. I read, does God need love? The question that's in my mind is the question in the book. Then the question is answered. Then I'm given all the references. Then I'm given all the translation in languages. This is research methodology. Are you stupid, Chuck Morgan? You think someone who gave us this ability of research methodology spoiled us with all the translations, with all the references?
Because he'll say because he studied it and took a class on it, right? Yep. That nowhere in the text does it translate to say that they came to mine for gold. It wouldn't be in their story.
Yeah, well, you had one would have to ask Chuck Morgan, what did you score on your test? We don't know if he got a 60. We don't know if he got a 79. We don't know if he got an 89. We don't know if he got 100. We don't know. He might have did poor. He might have failed the test. What did he score on his exam?
And that's true. But the point would really be is to know that we all know that those were pieces of tablets and clay tablets. They didn't have the whole stories.
Nope.
See, niggas act like the clay tablets that they have is the full story. No, they have other clay tablets with the full story in the Vatican and other places, but they don't give it to people. I shouldn't have used the Vatican because
but that's a fact, because
no,
agree with
but I
you.
shouldn't use that because they'll say Doc said it and other people saying it. Oh, that what they say, that what they call us, something theories, how you say that?
Pseudo.
No, not pseudo. Damn, how you say that again? See.
Hey, Jenna.
Damn, bro.
Well, I believe there's nothing wrong in you using that analogy, because if we know that now the Jesuits run the church, they run Islam via the Wahhabi,
Secret
Sunnis,
society.
secret societies. I get you.
Y'all secret society theorist ass niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Secret society says they say the Pope and them is this and that, and they got all this and this and that. But that's facts. If you're a scholar and you study all these European teachings and their teachings, they tell you that the Vatican the Catholics ran through all those countries, and they took what they wanted. Like Alexander the Great ran through Egypt and took. Those were war religions, Catholics and the Christians. When they show you that the movie of them having a great war and the battle with the Muslim dudes and Christianity, that really happened. And when they did that, they took all their papers, scrolls, books, whatever it was written on papyrus, on leather, lamb, whatever it was on. You know what I mean? And they took these back, and they in Europe, being that we got London on the phone, UK, is it not true that they have buildings where I ain't even go say buildings, I'm gonna say colleges. I just said buildings because colleges ain't nothing but buildings. But in these buildings, they hold lectures and they teach their people in those schools over there all these secrets.
That's correct.
It's like when they show you the movie about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and he was a professor and he was sitting there teaching them about the supernatural spirits, supernatural nature. This is what they do. They teach their people. This is why crack is quick to accept with Nibiru, the 19th galaxy, and they on it because they know this shit. They teach their children, their people this shit. They teach them about fascism. They teach them about the secret society. They teach them about what the Constitution really means. Niggas look at starving people and people that's out in them woods with guns and rifles with their kids and train them as terrorists. But they not. Those are the people that really know what the law means. You niggas don't know what the law really means. You don't know what the Constitution really means.
Yep.
You don't know what it's really true. This is why you got white supremacist groups, or you have white people that fight out against the government. Because dude, but we wasn't privy to that shit. But who put us on the map to be privy to that type of information? Doc, whether it was false, fake, true, whatever. Who gave it to the world? The motherfucker researching on a higher level than Elijah Muhammad and anyone else before him did.
Doc.
No one took it. He took it, and this is what niggas is mad at. But I wanted to say something about Zachariah Stitch and let you finish. Cool.
Yeah.
Remember what you said about he was incredible. A part of that had to do with where he was from and what he was. See,
that's right.
People don't know that where he's from. Where is he from?
Where is it again in Europe? Is it Austria or one of them funny countries?
No, from there. He from that nigga's from Jerusalem. He's an Israelite. He's from Israel.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's correct. Yes.
Supposed to be a Jew.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember.
His family bloodline with the name Stitching was stretched somewhere else.
Yeah.
But these are the Khazar motherfuckers that moved into Jerusalem and Israel and took over.
That's right.
He left his land, his country, to go to the pyramids and these places to study this shit.
That's a fact.
That's what he says in his books. I read most of every book he had.
Yep. And the problem is with Chuck, you keep mentioning the Sumerian Bible. Come on, Chuck. Did you say Sumerian? It's laughable. It's not even scholarly.
That's what he told me on the phone.
It's not even scholarly.
He know Mental Hotep and them got the Sumerian Bible. Like,
yeah, what is that? What is that? Because even the cuneiform tablets that they assume came from Sumer is telling a story that is 25 million years old.
Right.
And we're talking about a 3,500 year civilization as what did he say? What was the word he used? He said Sumerian. I mean, all these words, remember, they fit into different timelines. So when you say Egypt, we in Greco-Roman, we in the Alexander and all that that type of time. When you say Kemet, you're in the 57 dynasties or whatever, up to Menes. When you go pre-dynastic, then niggas want to talk about Napatan and all that, but it's Nubian.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? Then if we want to go further back, then we're going into the tribes. Then we have to understand where the tribes were located. At a certain time, we was between the Tigris and Euphrates River, but we were not in the form that we are now. Do you get what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother discussion.
The thing with Chuck Morgan is not sincerely into this thing for scholarly or for you know, to lay down the facts of his history, or he's not into nothing. He said it out of his own mouth. He said that he does this because of what? It's a hobby and it's fun to him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said out of his mouth.
And it
helps. It's a hobby and it's fun to him. That's what he's into it for.
And it helps pay, and he said help pay his son's college tuition.
Right.
Yeah, well,
he said that on the show that night.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go.
And for the young wife, let's get that straight. Because I'm wondering how a brother who says he was a Nuwapian
ran and didn't do the debate. He said it that night on that video. If people think I'm lying, go back and see. You know what I mean? But that's why I brought up the Islamic Atlas, right? Because if Muslims recognize the story, right, and it's in their atlas, where's a lot. It's not like y'all saying that it's a lot of Anunnakis exist. You're saying that Doc's story don't tie in with the Sumerian story.
That's a lie.
See, so you make yourself still look like a fool because you acknowledge the Anunnakis.
Well, Zechariah Sitchin passed away in 2010.
That's right.
He passed away in 2010. Out of all these years, why didn't Zechariah Sitchin come out and debunk what the man was teaching? Why he himself didn't come out and debunk what the man was teaching? Why did he pass away in 2010?
Why the Jews ain't attack him like they attacking Farrakhan? That niggas try to make it look like he's some little dude that nobody knew who he was. He had a small fraction in Brooklyn, and the government didn't know who he was.
But this is the joke. This is the joke. The conspiracy theorists.
A nigga selling pamphlet scrolls for over 30 years, free tax money. They don't know about that.
The conspiracy theory thought he was a deity, bro.
Over 6 blocks in Bushwick with his own community. They ain't police. Nobody knew about him.
Man, they knew about him.
But this is how they try to make it seem. Oh, Doc was a little dude. He flew under the radar all those years. That's why nobody stepped up and said nothing to him. A nigga said that on a post in one of the posts.
Yeah, well, that's a stupid nigga comment.
Right. That's what I said. I said, yo, my man, how old are you? Where you from, first of all?
There's no scholarly debate there with these guys. I mean,
they known in every
they're not
borough.
qualified.
They known in every borough in New York. But fuck you, the whole world. I'm just saying in New York. Ain't a corner they wasn't on. Ain't a train, ain't a boat. They wasn't there selling incense, oils, and soaps in them books.
Hey, Phenom, if y'all don't mind, can the Magic Man have a little piece of this? If y'all don't mind.
No doubt, homie.
Peace and divine blessings to my family. Peace and divine blessings to my twin spirit. My phenomenal brother-in-law, Master McCool, Malachi's disciple, and all the other masters who's becoming who and what we supposed to be, inclusive of that newbie that call himself Honeybee with a Spoon. Now, let's talk about the Negaro got a serious problem, man. I really don't like even talking about the Negaro and their sickness, but they got a sickness, man. They want to sit back, and this is for the so-called conscious too. They want to sit back and act like that. See, that's their problem because they got the problem with him. And a lot of it stemmed from jealousy and envy and all the things like that. Because what I'm about to put out right now, and I'm glad we're live so it can be documented. Now let's talk about the extraordinary being who I refer to as the sacred spiritual master teacher. Okay. Now, before DNA research, before the internet, before all of this stuff, the Negaro don't want to give this extraordinary being his just due. Because if you really do that, if they were to really do that and the world was to really acknowledge the things in which he did during the course of his lifetime, it defies logic. It breaks the foundation of the mystery God. It busts all of that to part. It shatters it. And this is what happens. So the Negaro have to discredit him. But here's the difference, though. Here's the difference between the Negaro and the pale man, mankind, and them. They're going to defend them and their kind at any and all costs. Just like Obama, right? He made every excuse to avoid racism and racial issues. When that demon ran into those 21 people, you had Trump defending him and his kind. That's their nature. Okay? But here's the nature of the Negaro that I want to rip a new one in all of their butts, man. Because again, when you take the sacred spiritual master teacher, the things that he was writing from any time period, from the 60s to the 70s, especially before we have what we call the information age that we're in right now. The information age, as they call it, as they're calling it, because that's really they're incorrect if you really break things down. But the information really became prominent really right around 1999 and a little bit a couple of years before that. But right around 1999 to the year 2000, I mean, just about anything you can think of, you can go about and research. The whole time, for a lot of us that was born over here in America, when he was breaking stuff down like the Sahufin and you know the 7 scriptures that came before the so-called Bible, people used to criticize and laugh and stuff like that. They didn't have the knowledge and the gift of stuttering the languages and stuff like that, right? But he became a big joke, right? So now, because they made it easier through computers, and you got people who's blessed with the gift, like Twin Spirit, who's born and raised, that's a native tongue, right? That can break things down with ease because it's natural, right? But the Negaro would never ever give the sacred spiritual master teacher his just due. So, like the saying goes, how right can this one being be? Now, I want to mention a book. I don't know if those of us at the round table remember this book, but it's called Who's Who on Planet Earth. I remember I got that book. I got access to that book. Matter of fact, it was 2 books. I found that book, Who's Who on Planet Earth, and there was another book that was called Bilal the Scepter Bearer. But those 2 books, he was breaking things down and using scriptural references, right? He was using scriptural references that spoke about, and this is the key point right now. It's not guns just shooting off fireworks, but he was using scriptural references that were speaking about how the Judites or the tribe of Judah and Dan, who mixed into each other and became one. Even in the Bible, right here to this day, right? Even into the Bible, it speaks about how they migrated from that so-called strip of land of what they're calling Israel or Israel today, right? Now, all of that was fictional, according to the so-called conscious. All of that was just made up. That's someone that's stuck in the scriptures, right? So before DNA research, before all of this stuff with modern technology, he knew about this and wrote about it in these books that I just mentioned. For those of us, some of us who still got access to those edition books, those document, those doctrine books. Who's Who on Planet Earth and Bilal the Scepter Bearer. He's speaking about how the ancient people who want to use that particular school, who want to use that particular culture, they can use that. The so-called black Jews, as they want to call themselves, they can use that, but they don't want to use his version of it. He took the time to even put all of that stuff from the old doctrine books and took time to put it in pretty much the 4 basic scriptures that most of us that was raised religiously, you understand? He took and put all of that into hardback book form. All right? So it can be documented. And you know, a lot of people didn't want to take time to support it. Why? Because he was the one who did it. Because they would have to bear witness to the gifts, the divine gifts, because that's exactly what it was. It's a divine gift that he inherited. It's a divine gift that I inherited. And it's a divine gift that most of us inherited right here at the round table. But it's Negaro that's a sick bastard, man. Whether it's a male or female, they're sick, man. They're the sickest individuals I can imagine. To me, they're even worse than the KKK or any of those racial radical groups. And here's why. Because they don't sabotage their own. Even if they're wrong, they're going to fight and defend their history. They'll go all out to defend them and their kind. But at the Negaro, they got a sickness that's in them, man. That all they do is just criticize. All they do is just find reasons not to get along. But here's my case in point. How right can this one being be? Like I speak about it from time to time, I'm going to speak about it tonight before I pass this mic.
Yeah, he said
that. Remember the Osiris procession that we had at our embassy on Tamaray? You remember that? In '97, actually doing the ball, when he spoke about, you know, I had a vision to build this, right? So yeah, the vision came alive for those of us who was at the ball right here in Georgia, because that's where I'm at now, you know, traveling and all, right? At the Cobb Gallery Mall, when he spoke about the passing of 2 beings, was on record saying this now. And he mentioned 2 people by name. He mentioned Mother Teresa, and he also mentioned Princess Diana. Okay? Yeah. That will pass away. This is what he did in the public for us and the world that particular night. 1996, January 1st, 1996, bringing in the year 1997. This is what he did, right?
Mooney, don't forget.
What's that?
He said it was 2 figures, prime figures, that was going to die that year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But he mentioned the Pope in it because he said Mother Teresa and the Pope are the oldest.
Yes.
Who the actual people were, but he said 2 prime major figures of the world is gonna die this year. So he said Pope and Mother Teresa, because they was old and they was close to death.
Right.
But what actually happened was it was Princess Diana and Mother Teresa, because he brought their names up too, that died. But he gave that to us in the Leviathan scroll. How many years before that?
Yeah, man, because the Leviathan go back to the 70s, actually. You're right.
You're right. Told they was going to kill her.
Right.
Go back to the 1994 reversion, the 1995-96 reversion of the Leviathan scroll, the thick one, the 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
he still continued to say they're gonna kill her, and they're gonna get Saddam Hussein. He said they're gonna strike a war, they're gonna run up in Iraq, and they did everything he said.
Right.
Crazy.
Right. That's correct. That's correct. But that's correct, Phenom. And the case in point, what I'm getting at, and I appreciate that. The case in point, what I wanted to say is, you know, coming with the Osiris secession and all of that, right? And it wasn't until after. It wasn't until after when he opened that session up in 1997, even though everything wasn't as beautified as it, you know, as it became 2 years later, you know, 98, 97, when, you know, it started changing from the capstone up there. It was kind of, you know, offset until it made it one. Remember all of those transitions that the Black Mirror actually went through, right? But here's the thing. He started this, and we started that procession on our land of Tamaray in 97. And then the tomb of Osiris was unearthed in 1999. You follow? These are some of the things, man, that to me is nothing shy of a miracle, that showed and proved not only did he have that ability, we all have that ability, which is a problem that not just the Negaru had, but the average individual has, because they're so busy acknowledging and looking towards him and, you know, respecting his abilities and getting so caught up into what he did and what he came to do, that a lot of people end up getting lost in the process. A lot of them didn't take time to become what they need to become as well, because it was the joint venture, just like it's a joint venture between all of us. So this is what I was trying to say in so many words, you know, when we was having that exchange with I don't even know what to call them, what the Numbus and Anubis, whatever they want to call themselves, man. They want to come with this dude Afro Uno, whatever. Let's just say that he was the original writer or whatever. Let's just say he was, right? Even if, and what they don't want to admit is to compare the lifestyle and how the sacred spiritual master teacher was able to do so much more with that information. You understand? So much more with that information with the information that was either given to him or information that he was using to try to help make us better as a people, to help increase our comprehension as a people that a lot of people tend to say overstanding. They don't want to give him his just due, because if you really, really think about it, and this is not worship, this is just showing honor and respect. If you really, really think about it, I can't think of any one person in history or before him, and a lot of it has to do with the day and time in which we're living in now. I will say that. Because this day and time, you got mail, you got, you know, shipping of cargo, you got access to information. So people, you know, with computers and all kind of stuff. So he's living in a day and time where he was able to reach so many people individually and collectively at the same time. And if they're really, really honest, I can't think of no previous, be it a prophet, be it a philosopher, or be it any one of those people that came to do something great in this world. He was able to do that. But I find it amazing that a lot of Caucasians and other people can show him his just due. You understand? You don't hear other people really, really bad mouthing him. It's the Negro that spend their damn days and nights, male and female, old and young, who's jumping on a bandwagon trying to tear him down and trying to discredit the great work in which he did, because the reason why they do it is because he really personified all that most people have been taught or thought to believe in when it comes to their gods or their Elohim or angels and all that kind of stuff. They can't deny it, but they have to deny it. And the ones who's really, really fighting it the most is the Negaro. No other person really have that type of problem. No other race of people is really spending their damn days and night and spending a whole bunch of energy and wasting other people's time and space and energy, and other people are allowing, which is everyone's right, their time to be wasted. You know, so that's the only thing I wanted to add in, man. It's like, bottom line is, man, I commend y'all for y'all to have patience. To me personally, I feel like it's dealing with a whole lot of silliness, because a lot of it it's envy and jealousy. They can boast, talking about the noon booths or whatever they want to. They can say Afro Uno all they want to, but when you draw the comparison to all the great works in which he did in the course of his lifetime, raising 3 and 4 different nations, I mean communities all over the world, like you were saying, Fidon, businesses. See, and it's not just religion. This is another thing too that I wanted to say. A lot of people got caught up and thought there was just a whole bunch of religious doctrines and all that kind of stuff. It was beyond that, man. We're talking about business. We're talking about bringing out the talents, be it music or as what me and Twin Spirit doing with sound therapy. All of that, because part of his job was to help bring out the best in all of us, each one of us. But you got a lot of people either stuck on stupid. You got a lot of people who still want to be led, and that's still right. But here's the thing: what gets me, if you still want to be a follower, if you still need to read some information outside of yourself, then you're going to always depend on somebody else. I don't care if it's coming from the sacred spiritual master teacher. I don't care if it's coming from somebody else, because this is a key point, and I'll be done. The real information happens when it comes from the inside out and not the outside in. That's when the real information comes. And when the real information comes, you can see that. That's what me and Twin Spirit, we did shows on that. We did episodes on what is divine truth. When you tap into divine truth, you're not going to be limited the way that a so-called fact is. That's why people get, they can argue back and forth over dates. They can argue back and forth over translations in languages and all this stuff. That's to me, that's a waste of time. And people have became lazy to the point where they love to have their time wasted, or they love to waste other people's time, because that's the easy part. That's the easy part. But when you roll up your sleeves and when you start to look in the mirror, man or woman, when you start to realize that I'm a part of this, and when you start to realize that I've been here before, and when you start to realize that I know it the way that he described it in right knowledge, our inner being is going to know if something is the truth or not. Not so-called fact. Fact can change at any moment with any so-called update or with any new finding. That's what facts do for you. But divine truth, you can hear divine truth. You can read divine truth even in a fictitious book. You can see or even watch divine truth even when you're watching a movie or you're watching nature or just life itself. So, for those people who want to get caught up on that and stay on that, then you go ahead and do what you got to do, man. But I'm saying for the listening audience, and I know us, we're above and beyond that. But for the listening audience that really want to get a move on and do something with their life, stop allowing your time to be wasted by these people, man. But they can't waste your time unless you allow it. You understand? It's okay, if you like that form of entertainment, yeah, you just look at it as entertainment and just move on with your life. But when it comes to real divine truth, don't allow people to discredit one of the greatest. And the good thing about it, the sacred spiritual master came teacher, and I keep saying that because I'm my own master, whether people like that or not. You understand? And I ain't gonna have one above me. That's just me, man. That's not ego. I can respect other masters just like I respect those of us at the round table and many others. You understand? But some people have a serious problem because it's that slave mentality, it's that Negaro mentality where they're so used to get behind one person because that one person can become their scapegoat. All of their failures, all of their, they can have an excuse of why they didn't make it in this world. And they'll make him their scapegoat. If they're going to claim they're not religious. Right. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? They're going to say that, we ain't about religion, right? But they got a dress code. We ain't about religion, right? But they got new books that they follow. That's exactly we ain't about religion, but you got a language that you speak. We're not a religion, right? You can say what you want, but the things what you're doing is religious, whether you want to accept it or believe it or not. And my last thing, I'm on sorry. My last thing I want to say, man, is I try to take the high road. I always try to do that, man. Whether he's in jail, out of jail, to me, that's besides the point, man. That's really besides the point. And people can debate that back and forth. They debate that back and forth. And then when they falsify these damn documents and stuff like that, As much as I love and respect the sacred spiritual master teacher, I don't love and respect him that damn much to back some falsified documents that cause the people of the world to open the door and criticize him, man. Nobody came after him the way in which he did. No so-called Arab scholar, no so-called Jew or even Christian came out the woodworks the way they're coming out now. You understand? And then it's this new information that they're putting out is causing that. You understand? And no, I'm not a part of that, man. I'm not. I never would be a part of that, man. I'm not going to try to defend that. And they had the damn nerve to come on a sister of mine's page. You understand? And try to attack her. You see how hypocritical that is? They open the door for the Nubus, Nupu, Dudu. You understand? To come all up here and criticize the sacred spiritual master teacher, but they don't attack them the way they was attacking my sister. And you know one damn thing, they never addressed the magic, man. They didn't, neither one of them address me, because they know, for first of all, they know damn well they never been a follower. And I never will be a follower. And that's their problem, man. Like I say, I love and respect them, and that's as far as it goes, man. And some people just need to simply grow up.
Yeah. I really don't care if they give them. That was peace. Everything you said was true.
Yo, let me. What they say? They say you are a reflection of what you do, right? This man Tarnoon.
Ta no one do poo poo.
This cat here, right? He's a chump. Wow. Because he spends all his time beating on a dead horse. Now, if you believe that this man is incarcerated doing a buck 35, 135 years, that's a death sentence. Okay. You believe that he's done all these foul things, all these fucked up things. It's like this motherfucker is a predator. Like he's untold, ruthless, and despicable, right? You're building your platform on sickness. His whole entire platform, is based on sickness. Because the only thing that you address from the time you get up to the time you fall down is sickness. All you're looking for is sickness. You're going in people's inboxes and stalking them and hunting them down. And yo, I need some info. You're calling places. Yo, I need some info, to the point to where you put it on your own channel. Like, yo, look, I called this place. Well, motherfucker, why you ain't call ADX Max and put that shit on YouTube? Call them. Call AdMax, where he's at, and ask them about him.
That's a fact.
Do that. You calling the embassy in fucking Ghana and wherever else.
Liberia.
Liberia, you're reaching out to these people over there in other countries. Meanwhile, the motherfucker's over here in the ground. And he has an address. So why you not calling there? Why you not calling Colorado? You're calling Africa, but you're not calling Colorado. What the fuck is going on? See what I'm saying? This nigga's beating on a dead horse. Technically speaking. Anything that's affiliated with him, in his mind, he attacks. The son, the son put himself there. So that's on the son. Prince York. That's on the son. Son put himself there, so that's what they got going on between them. But look where this motherfucker's mind is consistently geared towards. Sickness. In his mind, is sickness. What supposedly took place, that's considered sickness. So you building your foundation on the strength of sickness. So you're reflecting sickness. You're putting poison on the tube every day and talking about it. That means this is, for the most part, this is your constant thought wave. They didn't have the audacity to be commenting and shit, talking about that precious little boy and what happened to that precious little boy. Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about, that precious little boy? Do you even know him? Do you even know do you know the boy? Have you met him? Have you reached out to him? Have you sent something to him? And just besides what you're doing on YouTube, because you're using him with the little boy situation that supposedly happened, you're using his situation to get views on YouTube because you have an agenda. Cool. Motherfuckers like you are expected to come. Got no problem with that. Gotta have that. It wouldn't be real if it wasn't that. Know what I'm saying? But this just shows where he stands and what he runs with and what he deals with. Afro Unu should have been came out and said something about Doc using his shit. Doc was using, if Doc was using Nuwapu, hey, if y'all say that Nuwapu is strictly, it's restricted to Afro Unu completely, then he should have came out. If you come out with a style, right, and you pumping your style, and a motherfucker come and house your style, use your style, and capitalize off of your style, wouldn't you have something to say about that? Wouldn't you? If a motherfucker come in and jack your whole style from you, your whole shit, this is what you're not going to speak on it, you're not going to say nothing about it, you're not going to give no indication that you're bothered by that, like motherfucker, you violating. Why Afro Uno ain't come out when he was alive and Doc was using the Nuwapu thing? If it's him, if that's him and it came from him and he was the one that was sent here from beyond the stars to us with this information, and this man here who was a con artist took it, jacked it from you, housed it from you, used it, and did it better than you, then shouldn't he had said something to the man? Shouldn't there be a story out there somewhere? Oh yeah, well there was a time where Afro Unu stepped to Dr. Yo. Right?
Right.
How many people see talking to these motherfuckers, because these motherfuckers try to use all this, not realizing it. Show us some pictures of him when he was young. How about that? Show us some pictures of him when he was young. Because there's a story of the T-Neck, which they use, Chuck Morgan them use on RockMusic.com. They use the story of when he was in T-Neck in school and all that, right? But there's really no official school records for him. They have something, but there's nothing, there's no school pictures. Why is there no school pictures of this dude here, this guy? Why is there no school? You got that one picture of him that's in black and white, and he got the little mini fro with the part in it. That's the one picture that they have of. Where's no other pictures? No other pictures? No school pictures? The same way they don't have a motherfucking picture now of him in prison. If they gonna talk about it. Okay, fuck it. Give you that. Yeah. He stole all, yeah, whatever. Where's the photos? Let's get to it. Because in all actuality, there must be something here. There must be a thing about this here. Has to be. Because when you think about it, where's the fucking pictures? They'd have been produced pictures. Doc would have been put pictures out there himself when he was a shorty. There's no pictures of him when he was a shorty. Who got pictures of him when he was a shorty? Show us some pictures. When he was in Jersey. He went to school. He was in Rikers Island, remember? Where's the pictures of him from Rikers Island? Pull up the Dwight York incarceration photo from Rikers Island. Go look it up. Go look it up. Go to Rikers Island where he was in Rikers Island, right? Pull up a photo. You can pull people's photos up from that did bids or came through there and did time. You can pull people up. You can pull me up. I'm on there. Anybody went to Rikers Island's on there. Supposedly he went to Rikers Island. Pull him up for a picture. They ain't got no picture from Marion prison. They ain't got no motherfucking picture from AdMax, ADX. No pictures. Rick supposedly went to see him. Michael Bassier, he supposedly went to see him. Who else? Nefu, Michelle, Waki, Sakina. You know what I'm saying? These people, supposedly went to go see him. Why no motherfucking pictures? Where the pictures at? Yep. It's been almost 16 motherfucking years. Where are the pics? Where the flicks? Ain't y'all up there talking with him for 3 hours? 3 fucking hours? 3 fucking hours and ain't nobody flicking it up? Ain't nobody taking no pictures? Huh? In AdMax, the inmates can take pictures. Why he ain't send no picture home?
Pictures. That's a fact.
Why he ain't send no pictures home? If you really want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
They got their own website.
They beating on something that ain't in there. They beating on for real, for real. Mm-hmm. Where the pictures?
And let me say one thing right quick. Yahoo L and Jill, and someone said this on that post that kept like it's forever in a day, man. It's still going on. It's still posting up about it. Someone had mentioned, and I reiterate, that the voice that they had said that don't let me die in there. Okay, don't let me die in there. At least let me go home to Africa so I can die. Yeah. Now, if that is true, you know how sad that is, man. That some people, so you know how sad, if that is true, then you got this person that's saying that he want to come out so he can die. If that's the case, then what's going to happen to the people, you know, who are believing that and wanting him to come, and he come out and dies? Then what? And people will say that's and wonder why sound therapy became necessary. You got some people that's gonna lose it, man. They almost lost it at the thought of it. You understand? Just the thought of it, people lost. I was here in Atlanta when things hit the fan, man. I'm here now, right? But when things hit the fan, you got people that literally lost their minds, man. So if and when he make the transition, you got some people that's gonna lose it, man. They're gonna lose it, man. I'm just being honest with you.
When they lie like they made it,
they already losing it. Well, they already losing.
As this telephone calling from fucking jail. You know what I mean? All these lies, like you say, Yahweh. I told nigga that on the post, and I ain't even know, never heard you say that before. Like I heard you say it another way, but I said it the way you said it tonight. I said, you know, he got kids that say they talk to him, people that say they visit him, that he wrote. Nobody asked for a picture to shut everybody up. Niggas is out here saying he's in jail. Prince is out here saying that Pop's saying this, but why y'all niggas ain't showing no pictures? Why nobody got a picture? He could take pictures.
Yeah, why nobody got flicks?
On the visit, if that's the rule, because you know
why nobody got flicks.
I ain't telling you the rules, but you know we done looked it up a couple times on the show, matter of fact. But if you know, he could take a picture in there.
Listen.
Why you can't take a picture and send it home to shut everybody up?
Listen, not only the picture, you always have a statement, some kind of statement showing that you left from a facility as such. If you go to visit anybody in any penitentiary, especially federal penitentiary, you always have something left over that indicates or shows and proves that there was a visitation at this facility. You were there. There's some kind of indication. It might even be a flyer that comes directly from out of the prison, the penitentiary. That might just state some shit that they might be having the following or 2 months for the inmates, or some shit like that. Something like that. Just an indication that you was there. The picture is the whole 9 yards. That's the whole nidine. That's the entire hit. That's the entire nidine. Feel me? But just something that states that you was at this place. They don't never show that. They never showed that.
Where's Charles Manson at?
Huh?
Where's Charles Manson at?
Oh, he's not in AdMax. He's in some other shit. I forget.
You know what I mean? But no, what I was getting ready to say is like these people, you know what I mean? He ain't got to be on the ground. What I'm saying is when y'all talk about Doc, y'all put in the category of Charles.
They be having Charles Manson on television. You ain't got the White York on TV.
Yeah, I mean,
the White York on TV.
And it don't even got to be an interview. Why they not even talking about him? If this man is supposed to be the biggest RICO act bust in America, and then he's supposed to be a cult leader. Why is not no one outside of Sheriff Sills or anyone that was associated directly with that, as far as crackers and white people, why they not talking about him? Like this is, they talk about Waco, Texas. They talk about the nigga that drove the truck, Timothy McVeigh. Like why every once in a while you don't miss this nigga supposed to be the biggest molester? He would be the biggest molester of them all. Chester molested. This is a black, and he black on top of that. I'm gonna use the word black because that's what I call him, a black. He a nigga, a black.
Yeah, he a black alien from outer space that came down. So that came down from Brooklyn to Georgia.
Why these niggas ain't
cowboy shit
or anything? Why there's nothing? Why there's nothing? No documentaries about him. Nothing. Like you trying to say that? Why this thing should have been the biggest? This shit should have been bigger than OJ.
Straight.
All you got is little fake ass, funky ass. It should have been bigger than Gotti. But all you got is fake ass, little funky ass YouTube videos about him being in court, saying, yes, I plead, yes, y'all. I hate, but you know, what the fuck? This fake ass shit. What the fuck is this fake ass shit? Like, for real? Like, the crackers ain't talking about this? Like, they really not talking about him at all? 17 years, nobody, no news, nothing, no update. Oh, still locked up for 135 years. Yeah, the molester, Dr. York Rico. That shit is garbage. They know that. Ain't nobody paying attention to that shit, but they had him on the news when he beat when he built Egypt of the West. You see, they had Sakina on the news when he allowed her to talk to Barbara Walters that one time. Remember that?
Yeah.
Roger? But
they was coming through.
Fuck with no motherfucking magazines, no fucking when he say no fucking crackers shit, he didn't fuck with no crackers shit, nigga. I ain't scoffing for no interviews. None of that shit. I ain't nothing, nigga. I don't want to talk. I don't want to be interviewed for nobody's magazine, nothing. None of your publicity, none of your meter. You niggas, I don't fuck with that. But he allowed Sakina that one time to talk on Bob Walters. You know what I mean? But nobody's talking about this man. Like, that's the biggest question. That's the $1 million question. No one's talking about this man outside of these Nagaru. I'm gonna use my brother's word. He like these motherfucking Nagas. Nakas. See? Nigga, Nakas.
Yeah, that's the what's the name? The Ray Moose. The Ray Moose. That's the Ray Moose. Ray Moose,
bro. Like, how you don't learn and see that out of his teachings? Why you got to see the fuckery and the mystery and stuff? Why?
But it leads back to the question, bro.
And I want to say one thing on top of what Homie had said. I wanted to take it back to what Homie had said. Like, I don't care if you niggas give him his just due and respect. I'm not talking for his just due and respect, nigga. I'm standing on the truth. Facts. This what this shit is about over here. This shit ain't no fucking buck dance, bozo dance, you know what I mean, to get 1,000, 100 views. You know what I mean? This shit is a stand. That's my job. This is what I'm here for. Stand on the truth. Let it be known. We here, nigga. What you talking about? He wasn't the only one. This is where another thing y'all niggas get assumed. They keep talking. Talk that shit like you talking to the Nuwabians, because, yeah, that shit do apply to the Nuwabians. PNs. And the Nuwabians of the first faithful but not truthful. Like he said on 97 on the land, since we bring that up, I'm going to bring that part up about the post. You know what I mean? Like he said. Niggas say he lied to us, he never told. He said he was on the land with disagreeables, don't move down here. Don't come down here. Don't come on the land. Don't even come to Georgia. Because these niggas is about to run up on this land and get me. And these niggas is going to let them. He said, but and he gave you a time. See, this the shit that kills me with Chuck Morgan, because, nigga, you was there. You was in the van I drove. Nigga, I drove the van that went to Maryland, from Maryland that went to the land in 97. See? That's why I be saying I know this nigga personally. That nigga held my child. That man held my child. I played with Mental Hotep's children. My child played with his, and my daughter wasn't even how old. I just left from you, Yahuwah. She was barely a year old with my baby on the land at the Mughras, with my baby at the last on ball, with my child, nigga, with Mental Hotep and Chuck Morgan. I drove the van. And it was two, and Billy Nelson was there too. On that van. Niggas ain't playing this. We was there. You niggas only talk about what you read in books or you hear niggas tell you. Or if you wasn't in the class to hear what he told us directly, fuck what you took from out of the books. You don't know what and he took it directly to some individuals and told them, and then he told some in groups, and then he told us all in classes. Certain ways of the truth, because everybody can't. Niggas always hollering they want the truth. You can't handle the truth. That's why I'm a truth nigga. That's why I love the truth. If you lie to me, that shit fucks me up. It hurts. It fucks with me. I could take the truth. I don't give a fuck what you did. I could take that truth. But if I tell a person the truth, they can't take it. I've seen that over and over in my life. But that's what you're supposed to be able to accept. Truth, not lies. Motherfuckers accept lies. See? That means you had the wool pull over your eyes. That means you was asleep. And you still sleep, nigga. Because you didn't understand the teachings. Even if you take it literally, if you say, oh, he said this literally, that you could do these things. It's stages to that. There's planes. He explained that. And y'all niggas use that. Y'all use the black book. You use the holy tablets. But he's showing you how, from a mortal physical standpoint, you transcend or you incarnate on these different planes and dimensions. See, in the third dimension, you had to be in for one of us to be able to tap in. Now it's open. We in the fourth, fifth dimension. We in Malakut, nigga. You in the fourth, fifth dimension. You just passed the fourth dimension in the fifth dimension. You in Malakut. The earth is in the universe now. It's a part. It's not contained no more. Ain't no containment no more. For those that listen to videos that talk about the earth being quarantined, there's no quarantine no more. And in that sense, well, let me explain it, because y'all niggas will say, well, this nigga said, you know what I mean? No, dummy. You know what I mean? On the planes, as far as dimensions is concerned, being in the state where Malakut is, yes, fourth dimension. Quarantine off from the universe still? Yeah. Certain parts of the universe. You know what I mean? But yeah, I you know, I just be on the road. That's why I started the video, because I wanted to really like niggas, brothers people can't break this down. Like I was breaking sides there before Doc, before I even step into Doc's information. This is what I be trying to say. Like, people so quick to assume that everyone was a follower, or everyone was a Nuwabian, or everyone signed to move on the land, and everybody moved into a tabernacle. No, they didn't. Everybody moved to Bushwick. You know what I mean? Everybody gave up their personal property and values to live amongst family as a community and be fed and taken care of. But you earn your own money through these scrolls or whatever side hustle, whatever way you find how to do it, bro. But you gonna sell them scrolls too, because that's a part of us. That's what you're supposed to do if you become a part of something, whether you live there or not. But don't put everybody in the same boat spiritually. You can't do that. Mentally, you can't do that. I don't give a fuck if we all had on the same attire. I'm different from you. So something runs of you. You know what I mean? I'm connected to a ring of something else though. I recognize them when I see them, not by what they wear. Not by what they wear. I don't give a fuck you wear a kufi, a jalabia, a fez, a tabuj. I don't care, a crown. I don't care. That don't define you. Same thing they teach you in Islam. A Muslim is defined by his actions, not because he took his shahada. But they're excusing and say, well, we're the best of the worst. We're the best of the less because we're Muslim. Fuck out of here, because you Muslim, your sin is better than my sin. You trying to say you could be in jail and be forgiven because you Muslim, but I'm in jail. I didn't take my shahada. I can't be forgiven or I can't be on your level. Fuck out of here. Religion. Control forums by someone else's rules that you didn't create. And this is what you stand on. This is what you use to battle against me. With experience. Like, I don't have to show proof my experience. Those that in touch and recognize it, they'll feel it. If you don't, you don't. But I'm going to get at you because I'm going to wreck your creation, nigga. That's what I'm here to do. This is my wreck. I'm wrecking balling you niggas. My shit ain't sweet over here. I'll come on your platform and be disrespectful. I was on their platform. I could have came at Chuck real heavy. And Chuck shut the fuck up when he realized it was me on the phone. Y'all ain't hear him come in real quick and say, you know, I would say something, but I know it's going to get turned into something else. And then left the phone again. I got people.
This is the fucking irony. This is the motherfucking irony. This is
niggas don't know.
Look, this is the motherfucking irony. This is the motherfucking irony. Chuck Morgan says to go support Kathy Johnson. That's the fucking irony. He goes in on Dwight York, but he supports Kathy Johnson. How the fuck does that work out?
Right.
She was a grown ass woman. She was an adult. She was an adult. She knew what the fuck was going on. Supposedly, she was his accomplice. She was the one that was prepping the children. Huh. You going in on him, yet you support her, the one that prepped the children. Supposedly, this is what she was doing. This was prep them for him. But you say support her, but then you go. That's the irony.
Right.
I'm like, wow, ain't that something? Support her.
Yeah.
He be all up on her shit. Motherfuckers be commenting on her book. He be all up there commenting and all that. Yes, go read it. It's a story about something that actually took place with this cult here and down in America. He commenting on a jump offs.
No exposure.
And
why this code ain't getting no exposure there? Because they still running around out here. Why these crackers ain't on the Nuwapians' neck? They still in Bushwick. Niggas still got Bushwick. The same building that started at. They parading and marching through the streets. Why the white man ain't on their neck then? If I don't care what they changed their name to. They know who the fuck they is. They at the same address. They got a statue of the man at the address. They got an idol in the Kaaba in the masjid on the Muslim.
Yeah, well, the new
I
rap,
mean,
the
cause
new
that's
rap.
all the transitions that Bushwick went through. You know what I mean?
Look where the new reptilians went back to though. They went back to the cities. They went back to the water. They came down here,
On the
lived here,
right?
and now they back up north, next to the water.
On the Musella, my bad. On the Musella. I said Muslima, that's woman, Muslim. Yeah, my bad. See, I correct myself. You know what I mean? I correct myself. Niggas would have jumped all on that. Oh, you said, you don't know what you're talking about. You said female Muslim. All right, well, the Musella. Nigga. All right. You got the statue of the man in there. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's bugging.
Man, but the same building, once again, like back to what I said, same building. These people. Why these crackers ain't on their neck? Huh? If this is what they was doing on this land, because there wasn't just stories of Doc supposedly molesting motherfucking children. There were stories also that people brought forth about what was taking place on the land. Talk about that. Like niggas don't know. This is why they don't want to talk to people like us. They rather talk to motherfuckers that just heard hearsay or was around that wasn't living in the community or wasn't going around in the community like that or didn't know all these motherfucking people that y'all talking about. Like niggas wasn't around them in the midst. Like people like we know them. So like, all right, tell the story, nigga, because I know the same story. Whether you say I don't remember you, I don't know you or not. It don't matter. I remember you. I remember you. Because why would I not remember someone that held my child? That's real. You know what I mean? Like, I really used to look up to this dude like, yo, this nigga sharp. But he always had that distant look in his eyes like he do now, like he was still lost. He was able to debate well, but I only carried my conversation with him but so far. Whereas I took my conversation with others to where I revealed myself about who I was, and the things I experienced openly in the tab, in the classes, with certain individuals or people I met. Like, we ain't new to this. We been around niggas. Motherfuckers respect us, love us. Motherfuckers didn't even know me a month and moved me in their house in the tab because I fell on hard times with that child was in her mother's womb. Elijah was there for. I was living in my brother's basement, one fucking room, no bigger than maybe the bathroom, nigga, with the bed, and we three of us. Yeah, my brother slept on the floor and let me and her have the bed. Yeah, well, I'm lying. Like in the blizzard of '96. This the blizzard of '96 too, when she was carrying him. See, it's the blizzard. This when you had to get. It was scarce milk, eggs, and fucking milk on the fucking any bodega you went to, because the snow was so high, wasn't no deliveries getting through. That blizzard was crazy. Me, Sherilyn, and Timberland boots. Going to class though, still going to class, still going to Bushwick though. Me and my boy right there. Come summer, I'm there. They fell on hard times. Oh, I talked to Doc. Doc want to meet you. He said bring you down. Like I was going through a trans. That was an opening. A portal was open. A vortex was open in 9-6. See, these are the things I could tie my experience into what he said. This is how I know when facts is facts and truth and not lies. See, but if you don't have no experience to tie that in, you're gonna feel like you got duped when that energy's not here no more. So you niggas is sick. You sad, you hurt. You mad Doc ain't here no more holding your hand. Because if he was here, you'd still be right there at his fucking beck and call. Some of his fucking books. Nigga. That's crazy. What kind of backwards ass shit is... Man, I tell you. That's crazy, man. So, like, nigga, people, we know. People, we was there, man. Ain't nobody on here can't tell us nothing fucking different, man. Like we always say, call Sakina whoever, nigga. Find out, nigga, you'll know. If you ain't ask them, bet she know. Anyway. And she ain't had nothing to say over here. Nothing. Ain't never came at me, try to teach me, tell me a motherfucking thing. Show me a scroll book, nothing. Didn't have to. Because I was in the class teaching class. Yahuel was in class teaching class. Even Hoslow bubblehead. We was in there we was teaching them. Fuck you talking about? All right, y'all niggas. Do you know what he's saying? We asking them, do you know what Doc is saying, nigga? Do you know who's in these books on these pages? Because we do. And niggas had nothing else to do but accept it and say, yeah, you're right. That's right. That's an actual fact. To the point where they have to call the man. Like, yo, this guy, something going on up here. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why I first got my tablet. Remember a lot? The purple one. That day we were. Yo, I talked to Doc. He said, yo, he want to bring y'all down. But I was in my own vortex. I was on my own mission. I was about myself. Like Doc said, I was fixing myself. I was tuning into myself. I was listening to myself. I was saving myself. So my saving myself didn't require me to go to the land to meet him. I didn't have to. Why? I got a mission to do. I'm on a mission. I know I can hear you. I got shit to do. Like I'm doing right now. My thing. Not Doc's thing. My thing. That I always did. For Doc, after Doc, with Doc. Like I said, my concern is not for that. My concern is stand on the truth. And when you talk about him, then I have to talk about the truth about him. Because a lot of you act like you know him, but you didn't know him. You act like you met him and you didn't meet him. Majority of the motherfuckers was scared to even walk up and say anything to Doc. A lot of people never even shook his hand. And that's a lot of motherfucking hands that ain't touched that man's hands. But you in his masjid. But you in his tabernacle. You on his land. Them the people that got the most privy to really talk to the people on the land. Some of them.
Doc take pictures with certain motherfuckers. Take pictures with certain motherfuckers for a reason. He take pictures with certain motherfuckers for a reason.
Right, some motherfucker, he wouldn't even see walk right past you. What up?
You see this nigga right here? He's for this picture right here I'm taking with this motherfucker right here is for your future. You're gonna need this photo in the future.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Just like that photo Chuck Morgan got with Doc with the
Yeah.
fucking
With
he
that
got the
Cleon
costume on.
shit on, old Cleon ass nigga. You
Yeah,
look
like you's a funny man. He's funny man. Chuck Morgan funny man. Funny man. Mm-hmm.
yeah. But
He Gucci gold front funny man with the Gucci
right.
belt.
But he lied to us. No, he told us the niggas was gonna become a fanatical cult. He said he was with disagreeables. The niggas is down there disagreeable. Period. He said about 2003, and I'm gonna say this every. I don't give a fuck how many times I say it. He said about two. This is one thing y'all cannot change. He said by 2003 he be gone, no matter what, one way or the other. They was coming to get him, or he was leaving. Huh? Somebody talk to me.
Whole situation funny style.
Yeah, whole situation funny style.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
said
Speak to him direct and get to what it is.
or who
Fuck
do
all
you
the shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? Just get to what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Why
yeah.
why wasn't him getting arrested? Where's the pictures of that? Nobody, no reporters was out there. Why they was raiding Tamaray? You mean to tell me no reporter got whiff of that they had him in the Millersville parking
The,
lot?
the helicopters was following OJ.
Yeah, it's found OJ.
And Atlanta got helicopters, nigga, Nighthawks, Black Silence.
Tamaray, they was
With a
over
big
Tamaray with
spotlight.
the choppers. They was over Tamaray with the choppers. Millersville is is right there in a chopper. Millersville is right there. Bang, they right there. Bang. No video footage. No fucking. Come on.
No radio call. We got him. We got him. That shit didn't go across. Why that was silent?
Why there ain't no pictures of this motherfucker getting arrested?
Why that was silent then? If you know police procedures, that shit broadcast. They have to say across the walkie-talkie, "We got him." They have to say they got him. Where that's at?
Right.
So and once it go across the radio station, once it go across the broadcast, the choppers is in tune with that. The news is in tune. The news has the scanner. They're listening to the chase. This is how news follow police when they're chasing suspects on highways or anywhere. My man.
Listen. They don't recognize that if there's no video footage, if there's no pictures, none of that, then obviously he knew something that others didn't know. He knew that was going to happen, so he got the fuck out the way.
That's
Out of the
what I
way.
said on the phone.
So you have a story. You have a story now of this man supposedly getting in car. He getting locked up. They bust the windows out. Right? They got the one chick. They allow the one chick to drive to the precinct in a truck they was in that they supposedly bagged them in. You know what I'm saying? Doc and Nifu. There were several females in the car. Everybody went to jail except Nifu. They let her drive according to what they say, according to them. They let her drive from the incident to the precinct. Huh? How'd that work out?
Yeah.
How'd that work out? Huh? What do you mean? They let her drive and she was the driver. She was the motherfucking driver. You know what I'm saying? After that, who was the main person? She was. Nifu. She became the messenger. She became the messenger of the nation. That's what the motherfucker became. The messenger. She became the guard. She was coming back from the prison from seeing Doc and relaying all the messages. There was a special thing about her. The special thing about her was that she could remember everything he says from beginning to end verbatim. right? So she would come. What she would come back and say would be law. That's what it is. This is what Pa Manzul, ba ba ba. Here you have it.
Yeah.
And motherfuckers worship her.
Yeah.
So
That's
many
crazy.
different people came afterwards on some up until now we got these motherfuckers that's on that.
Yeah.
They just on it, they on it the way they on it.
And when he told us that in class that was 97. So of course, yeah. If he told us that in 97, he knew they was coming to get him. He got the fucking who gonna sit around knowing they coming to get him?
All right.
Like he said it, but he had to sacrifice himself. He said it one way or other. And y'all niggas gonna let them take me. That's when he
He
told us
said
don't come
he
down there.
said he said he was a Ilamuta Jetted, an avatar.
Right,
So if he's an
right,
avatar, if he's an Ilamuta Jetted, then that means that he's someone that comes and what comes with him comes through him. Because like I
right.
said, if we want to establish the history of this man here, then we need some pictures. We need some motherfucking photos. Because
Yeah, we
photos
need,
of a person, a family photo tells it all.
we need
a,
some
a
pictures.
family photo. You know how people keep
And all
pictures
y'all,
and they have
and,
pictures of and records from the time you was born, from a baby up until the time you get, and you keep the family photo. We need some motherfucking pictures because if we ain't got no motherfucking pictures, then
oh,
technically speaking or thinking, this motherfucker's a mystery. That's one of the attributes of a Ilamuta Jetta or
mm,
avatar. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? That's one of the attributes because you really know nothing about this motherfucker for real.
and that's what I was just about to say. You don't know nothing about that motherfucker. And for all you niggas that keep bringing that orange jumpsuit ass picture and that picture of him showing them numbers, booking picture, you know what I mean?
Lie.
Yeah, if you don't know him personally and wasn't around him in them last days, my nigga, look at that shit. That if you wasn't around him and don't know him personally, you don't know if that's him or not. This is why those that say that's not him say that's not him. If you take any last pictures of him from that time, it don't match the picture of him at court.
That's a whole nother beard.
Or in an orange jumpsuit. It
Yeah,
don't
that's the
match.
orange. That's the orange. That's the
Pop
orange. That's the
face,
orange
that
jumpsuit. That's
face
the white York.
never look like that.
That's the white
His
York.
face is always tight because he's native. His face stayed tight.
That's the white York.
Even when you see the pictures of him with the Reverend suit on who's that nigga with the false teeth? That nigga there got false teeth in his mouth. The one that be talking on the one with the Reverend
Got
in
the
the
fang.
Reverend picture. That's not the nigga that's in the orange jumpsuit because he don't have no motherfucking dentures.
Yup. Yup. Yup.
Like
It's
niggas so much
uh,
you do research. You know how to do research. You know how to look. Nigga, you don't if you don't know you got people that specialize in that, looking at pictures, man.
listen.
It,
Like
nigga
Rick said. Like Rick said. In all actuality, it wasn't a closed courtroom. The public could have came in, but it just wasn't, enough. But
well,
the ones that did come in were able to
Dawn,
view
Dawn,
the
Dawn,
situation from the what's the name?
and she said
From the
she never
camera
seen
view.
it before. She said they said they couldn't come in the courtroom and they set him in a room with a cam with like how you do video camming when you go to court if they don't take you on a bus personally in front of the judge. And the screen was snow. She said they never seen Doc in no court appearance, never. She wasn't there. She lying.
But like Rick said,
You
if
niggas ain't had no phones. You niggas ain't have no phones and
look, listen. Like Rick said, it was an open courtroom. People were in there. Like you said, there's recordings in there.
Yeah,
If there's recordings taking place, then where's the footage?
yeah, right.
Where's
Exactly.
the footage?
Not
That's what
the
I'm trying to get at. Where's the motherfucking footage? Where's the footage of inside the courtroom when this was taking place?
not
Where's the motherfucking footage? We
not
still can't know who the jurors. We still can't know who the jurors are. Who the motherfucking jurors?
not the one where he talking to that judge either. What you talking about? That's the only little. How that video recording get out. How that tape get out. I think Don talked about that too. That fucking tape and who got it today. Where that tape come from? If it was a closed court and they said they wasn't photographing it or videoing it, where the fuck that camera came from?
That's probably Rick. Rick record every fucking thing else.
Where that fucking
He record every fucking thing else. That's probably Rick. It's probably Rick recorded that shit.
with that shit? Who videoed that? That's what we need to know. Y'all, since y'all showing all these pictures and proofs and all this shit, well, show me some documentation or show me how that video got out.
That's the shit they gotta address, man. That's the shit they gotta address, man. All the other shit, it is what it is. Know what I'm saying? What? Know what I mean? If you'll keep talking about dirty shit, then we can talk dirty. And if you talk dirty, then you gotta get to what it is. You know what I'm saying? Get to it. Where the fuck is this nigga at? Is he in there? We don't believe it. Even the whole story painted around him, we don't believe it. We're not into that shit. You got a whole bunch of shit that say. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Only thing a motherfucker can do is use sound reason, you heard? That's the only thing a motherfucker can do is use sound reason, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Only thing a motherfucker use. All that shit come on. Come on. That shit is trash. That
if
shit
you
is trash.
that
That shit is
car
fucking trash.
or that so-called parking lot, if you wasn't in that car or that so-called parking lot, nigga, you don't know.
Yeah, you had to been there.
Point blank, period. The only one can talk about that is Nifu. And who knows? Is she gonna tell the truth? Was she telling the truth when she came back from the jails? Yeah, this shit is crazy, yeah. This is funny. And
Where's the motherfucker at?
she's a suspect, right? So that means if she was a suspect, right?
No, they. I mean, really, really. There's no
I say all witness.
who Nifu.
Oh, yeah.
Nah. She was there supposedly, but nothing came of that with her. Like, there's no implication. She's not in nothing. Now I'm saying she has nothing to do with nothing. But this was the motherfucker that was driving that
Nifu is
day.
not the one who Nifu is not the one that made the video saying we met with Jacob and
Nah.
that's who.
That's homegirl. Farrah.
Oh yeah. That's a fact. See?
Nah, that's Farrah.
Oh yeah,
Redbone.
that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Redbone. Farrah. That's one of Latif's daughters.
Oh yeah.
Latif's daughters. Nifu is the Ann looking chick, Ann from the white chick from V. She's like
Oh
the Nubian
yeah.
reptilian.
Yeah.
Nifu. Uh, Nifu has that shit was crazy. Nifu had security. She was Doc. They was telling niggas that Doc was in her, so people was spooked out. These motherfuckers
Yeah.
down here, spooked out. They telling them, yo, Pa Manzul's in Nifu now. So Nifu will come
See,
back off a fake trip. She'll come back
and
off a fake trip and tell niggas like, yo, Pa Manzul in her, and this way everybody believes. So they going with that.
I ain't mad at the niggas for getting that dub or the new wife is. You know what I mean? I don't think this is what this is about, man. This is
Gonna
once
say,
again, it's not about them. It's sticking up for them niggas. None of that. This is about standing up on truth. You talk about Doc, we gonna talk about Doc. Point blank. Period. Man, you
Who is
talking
he really? All that shit they doing. That shit
Wappy.
is bananas.
Yeah, cause them niggas is
Bananas.
spooked out, religious.
Yeah.
Oh,
All that shit they doing. Wapians, Tarnoon, Chuck.
Doc's in here. And hold up, and I'm only gonna give a little props. I'm only gonna give a little props on that, a little stamp on that, because he can be in an individual or individuals, but just not that one at that time with that shit. That's not what it
Well,
was.
Malachi about to be on the channel.
I was about to say that. I would think you.
What's that?
Yeah,
What video?
because we about to.
Malachi about to be on the channel at 10 on Amadi's. He's
He
gonna be on
post.
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
channel.
yeah.
Yeah, he supposed to be pulling us on there too or something. Yeah, he should also be in the audience. Like, boom, boom, boom. So that's why he broke out.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah,
know he.
Tarnoon.
But we. This ain't over, man. We gonna get back. We cut. You know, we always. If this shit was like what it really is, we'd be making videos every day, all day, nigga. We got like niggas only addressed
That
with it.
shit,
We
man.
be
Fucking had
addressed.
me drunk.
Yeah,
Fuck that
and we
shit.
go. But what we finna do? We about to get to some more addressing, more so, because I see when we got quiet, motherfuckers got they heart back and came back out. Niggas was quiet for a minute. We shut niggas down for a minute. Now they got oh, the niggas ain't talking about us no more. They not fucking with us no more. They not got my videos. You know what I mean? But we still here, nigga, watching you niggas. Don't think we ain't. So now y'all niggas is acting back up again. It's time to talk. You know what I mean? And for all you people that think Chuck and I'ma stand up to anybody, you're a fool. You know what I mean? The niggas came on that post, both of them, said a couple comments. Chuck maybe said two, bounce. Tarnoon, once they see who's in that bitch, bounce. But they in other groups all day going at it. But they only going at it with the Nuwapians, the fools, the dummies. You know what I mean? The brainwash ones. Niggas is quick to put everybody that takes a piece or talks of teachings of Doc or mentions him like we all in the same boat. We not in the same fucking boat at all. The niggas is in the boat that sink because they question each other. Like Moses. Oh, let me go with you. Let me go with you. You ain't ready. Let me go. Yes, I am. You bother me, you ask me questions, and you ask why I did such and such. Niggas don't even listen. Like you niggas say you know how to fucking read, like you really know how to understand, overstand. You use words like overstand, understand, but you still under the stand. See, you're not even understanding. You're under the stand. That means you're literally under the podium, nigga. You imagine you sucking the nigga scrotum. See how I rhyme with that shit? Like acting like you don't even know, right? Yeah. Flow on these niggas. Fuck you talking about wiggle wiggle wig. Man.
You say you got all this proof, but you can't even
Yeah,
show
niggas can't even know. So you don't even understand his teachers, man. You don't even know what the fuck he was saying, man. He told you niggas. Like you niggas nobody was really. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with questioning him because he said question him. But he gave you another method, a way of questioning him. And y'all do so-called did research, and your research tells you today in 2017, like, god damn, that man was teaching since 60 something to 2002. Now I ain't hear peep from none of you niggas. I don't think most of you niggas wasn't even born yet.
How can you not make a documentary about
Right. That's
a
my
motherfucker
on a post.
that
How not?
is a fucking space alien, cowboy, Indian, Muslim,
Had a
Christian.
no
Like this nigga was
pyramid, had
mad
thousands of
different shit.
followers, maybe millions. Nah, Doc had millions of followers.
How you not gonna have a documentary in regards to that? Come
On
on.
the so-called biggest bus in America, Rico bus, that is. Not child
Right
molestation, not child molestation,
Yeah, Rico.
Rico bus. That was a part of the charge, but that wasn't a part of the
It
raid.
was it was 400 and some $1,000 found on the land. Okay, and so what? He's selling
And that's
he's selling paraphernalia and shit. He's selling shit. So why he couldn't have had just went to the fucking bank and took out 400? Like, let me take this out. Let me snatch this out real quick.
that all
And,
these
and
money.
when y'all run up in there, then y'all catch
Yeah,
him with
way
this.
more money than that. They didn't even get his money.
Nah, not his real bread. But
That is
I
real,
mean,
man.
as far as that shit they talk about, that shit they make that an issue. They make that a
Nah,
factor.
I'm with you on that. I
You know
just
what I'm
was.
saying? The motherfuckers make that shit a factor like it's something, and it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. No, it's really not. You know what I'm
What
saying?
he
So
supposed to
what?
be broke? He wasn't be. He was supposed to be not found with no money. Nigga selling books over 30 years, free, tax free. His print, he printing.
When they found the money, his name wasn't even on the deed.
Exactly.
So how about them eggs? You
Yeah,
know
how
what I'm
about
saying? How about them fucking eggs? Because
Rick and them
his
will tell
name wasn't even on the fucking deed.
you. Yeah, Rick and them will tell you that.
And you want this shit sunny side up. How about them? You know what I'm saying? His name wasn't even on the motherfucking deed. Technically speaking, how can you say it's his bread? Because somebody said it was his bread? Yeah. Even
I,
it was, so.
to
Yeah,
the
you know what I'm
police,
saying? Even it was, so.
I'm about to put on my boots and go step into do some time nunu boo boo doo doo. and,
Huh.
and Morgan Knights chuck the buck. You know what I mean? Chuck the fuck. Yeah.
Chuck's a funny guy. He a funny guy. Chuck's a funny guy. Tarnoon is now. Tarnoon is miserable. Tarnoon is he slumped miserable. He slumped miserable. He one of them slumped miserable motherfuckers sitting around a computer with munchies and all that shit with a bunch of scrolls and PDF files and all that shit. Fuck out of here, nigga. What are you doing? You on a mission? Sure, you're right. On a fucking mission. Fuck out of
Yeah.
here. Motherfucker, nigga, do you speak? Don't talk about that. I don't give a fuck about that Prince York shit. Prince York, that's Prince York's story. That's his world. That's his life. So what? Nobody don't speak about that. Fuck that shit. But being that you speak about it, do you have any type of relationship with the child that you're up here talking about? The precious little boy. Do you have a kind of relationship with him? With a little girl down here and the little boy that always walked to school in the morning together, they got attacked and molded by pit bulls going to school. Killed the little boy, and little girl molded her ear off, tore up, but she back good now. Shaq came through because Shaq blessed her and the family because of what happened to her. You know what I'm saying? Because he cared. But he came through and literally did that. Like, yo, boom. Know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers just using situations just to, further their fake agenda.
Oh, this thing say 11:30.
Oh,
One
say
cop said
11:30?
10.
The
Yeah.
agenda's corny. Mhm.
Yep, this it, right?
Oh,
Live at 89 minutes.
Liberia. Come on, nobody care about that Liberia shit. The Liberians is doing that. Them motherfuckers is doing that. Nobody care about
Oh,
that shit.
thanks for that. Because I was just about to go copy this picture the dude dropped in there. do what these motherfuckers was trying to say. Hey, he dropped the shit about Doc being a counselor general with a only a certain level of diplomatic immunity to the country. So that doesn't deny that Liberia didn't recognize him. That's just that he didn't have the full status.
Yeah, all that. They could take all that shit's trash. They could take all that and crumble that shit up. All that shit is trash. That shit has nothing to do with Ilamuta Jetta. You know what I'm saying? That shit
Right.
has nothing to do with Yanun. Yanun don't need no paperwork. Now, Mikhail need no paperwork. You know what I'm saying? That thing there needs no all that shit is garbage. That shit is fucking straight garbage. That shit is trash. And that's what the motherfuckers be used on their channel. That's all they talking about, straight trash. That's all they talking about is trash. Where's the motherfucker at? That's what we want to know. Where's the picture at? We need the motherfucking picture. All that other shit, get that shit out of here. Nobody saw him get locked up. Nobody saw him, period. There's no fucking pictures for everybody went to go see him. We need to see some fucking pictures. Start showing us pictures. That's what I want to know. Because niggas is talking about a mystery person. Not just a mystery god, but a mystery person. Because to Tarnoon and Chuck Morgan and the motherfuckers, and he's a person. He's a mortal. To the Wapians, he's a motherfucking deity. In both instances, show us some motherfucking pictures because from both sides, supposedly, motherfuckers went to go see him. And these motherfuckers that went to go see him, we need to see some motherfucking pictures. Point blank simple. Fuck all the other shit. Because y'all talking about somebody that we don't even know exists. In there. Where is he at? We need to see that. Get to that. Oh, I'm about to do the 1-2s and skid off, you heard? I gotta get this other bit out of me. You heard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to get this other battery and see what Malachi,
Mm.
the
Yeah, I'm
Malachi,
about to
the
do that.
Malachi thing. See what's going on with that.
Yeah.
You know. Uh. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be
So.
recognized in a moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'm out too, Brother
Yeah.
Gregory.
Yo,
Wherever
I
you at.
see what's up with son.
Hmm.
Yo, I.
All right. We out then.
I don't know. I'm about to peel off.
Mm.
Yo, I.
I ain't know my phone was I
Hmm.
didn't know it was muted.
What happened?
I didn't know it was muted.
Yeah, it was saying about do the
Kill it.
skate off.
Yeah, say Malachi thing don't start till 11:30.
Mm.
Oh, 11:30.
Yeah, it's still it's waiting. It says starts in maybe something minutes.
Mm.
So about.
But I mean, we said enough. We could get back continue.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Let's do that.
Yeah. Well,
Jose
we ain't
though.
got nothing more to say
Not
for the
into
moment.
we're not into the Bojangles and all that shit. We don't deal. We're not into that. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Wapians look like Egyptian Bojangles. Not motherfuckers from Wapians open up a franchise of Bojangles. And Bojangles look like New Wapians. The colors and all that shit. And like doing the festivals they be doing now, ceremonies and shit. Hmm. Yeah.
They're
Change that
lost,
shit.
nigga.
We gotta talk about it. I got some questions too. I got mad questions. I got dumb questions. I got mad motherfucking questions. They say ask, seek, knock, right?
Mm-hmm.
You knocking at motherfuckers' doors because I'm seeking for some answers. Ask, seek, knock, right? So that's what's going on. I got dumb questions. I got crazy. I got mad. I got crazy, wild questions. Got mad questions. The motherfuckers be spewing all that shit up there. What shit you talking about? That's cool. But I got some questions too. Because motherfuckers not getting to the authenticity of who the fuck Tarnoon is. Motherfucker, you constantly speaking about someone, and that's fine. That's fine. 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 Now, with that, we want to know about the author because you have a platform that displays your works. So being that you have this display of works on your platform and is available to those of us, and we view your work as displayed on this platform, we have questions for you. I know one of my questions for him is, well, what's your rap sheet like, my man? Because if you're talking about this man's fucking rap sheet, we know his rap, we got his rap sheet. But since you want to keep talking about his rap sheet and you want to keep rapping about his rap sheet, my man, then what's your rap sheet? Because I mean, shit, you might have a favorite author of material books that you like to read, Stephen King or some shit. Motherfuckers do background and into the person, background check into the person that they, favor. Know what I'm saying? You get close to a person, you want to meet people that's close to them, you want to meet their family, blah, 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 blah. Know what I'm saying? Well, shit, Tarnoon is the author of what he say, the work that he's putting in. Then we want to know about the author. Tell us a little something about yourself, right, man? Tell us a little something about you. Take the time out, take one day out and make a video about your motherfucking self.
So,
Your,
right.
your, 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 your rap sheet, the whole nine yards. Do you have a criminal history? Oh, well, have you ever? Let's talk about it. I mean, give the man a fair fight because he's 135 years. He's 135 years in the ground. So give him some room, please. Give him some room, please. You know what I'm saying? Let him be able to swing back. You know what I'm saying? Who are you? Who are you? Tell us, do you have a record? And if you do, what for? What for?
For being boring.
What was you arrested for? What was you? Were you ever locked up? Have you ever did time for what? What you get time for?
Loitering.
What are you doing? Busting your gun? Sticking
James
something up? Selling drugs?
James
What you get? Stealing cars? Or what you get? What you get arrested? What you did time for? I mean, tell us
Jaywalk.
about you. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Man, you ain't got nothing but parking tickets. If you even got a car. I don't remember Shrek having a car in the movie.
You stupid.
Yeah. That's all I know is Dr. Yo. Dr. Yo.
Boss. Old green mal ass nigga.
What's these what are these motherfuckers track like? What kind of records do these motherfuckers got? Like, what was they locked up for?
Nah, man, they got
who
10 inches. They got 12 inches. That's it. Those are the only records they got. Vinyl. Nigga got Afro Unu on 12 inch.
He need a buck. Platinum. Afro, he need a motherfucking pick.
Shit. That shit be in Braille.
So I do need a pick. He deal with them afros. He need a motherfucking pick.
Afro.
Your groups or something?
I don't know. He needs to stop rocking that N. You ain't part of the Nupu stuff. Anyway. You was kicked out, man. Excommunicated. You know what I mean? Motherfucking N on your head. Nigaru. That's a Nigaru. Yeah. They've changed, man. They're on the M, man. They're on the Momwapu thing now.
Garu. Anyway, the Garu.
Yeah, Nigaru's is Momwapu's now. I can't
the
keep
Bulls.
up.
Yeah, the Bulls. Tahuti, well, they under Tahuti. So Tahuti, as a Moondizi.
Yeah.
That, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they not fucking with Yanoon. They say Yanoon, but they not dealing with that Yanoon. They deal with they deal with the bad Yanoon. That being, whoever that being is, Pan that bad.
Delicious. I ain't calling no grown man delicious. Yeah. Pocket Babylons and all sorts. You know.
Bad. Bad and bad.
Bad and bad.
On the bad.
Bad.
You better get your bag.
Throw that shit around. Bad and bad. Bad and bad.
Better get your bag.
Yeah, he's a rag. Blood everywhere. What happened? You got stabbed.
Where?
Now you mad.
Mm-hmm. That shit crazy.
Now you.
I remember they was telling them.
Think about other people's fags.
Look, they was telling people that niggas caught Doc on one of the tiers going to child, and somebody ran up behind him and poked him out. Bang, 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 hit him in his side. You know what I'm saying? That's when he was in, I think, Marion, if I'm not mistaken. This was some years back. But they was like, yeah, nigga ran up on him, called him, they was going to child. And nigga ran up and called him, bang, 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 hit him up. You know what I'm saying? And had motherfuckers on panic mode. You know what I'm saying? Like Hooney was saying, motherfuckers losing their, and motherfuckers was losing. When that shit happened, motherfuckers lost their mind. The one Reverend, I forget his name. What's his name? What's his name? The Reverend that you'll see, because he had the Reverend of the Egyptian Church of Karat, and the Reverend that you'll see in pictures with him, the short cat. And that's when Al Sharpton came down there to the land and all that shit. And the short cat, if you ever know what I'm talking about in the pictures, short cat was a reverend. I forget what's his name? It'll come to me. He bugged out. That nigga lost his mind after that happened. Like, he lost his motherfucking mind. A lot of people lost their mind. A lot of people was losing their mind. Motherfuckers losing their mind now. Mm-hmm. Wavians in a fucking daze, and these niggas is out here playing games.
Exactly.
Making
us all look bad.
Yeah, out here playing games.
Bloody Mowapies.
We just need the video footage. We need the video footage. We need to get in contact. Why the fuck they ain't getting contact? We don't need to do a motherfucking thing because we already know what time it is. Why they ain't doing the motherfucking contact in regards to getting footage so they can put it up there on their videos and all that shit. Tweak their videos with some footage of when the trial. That'd be ill. Rick always talking about he got all the documents, he got the transcripts, he got this, that, and third, paperwork, pop, 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 pop. He has a file cabinet, all the material. Type people that keep shit like that are a certain kind of people. You know what I'm saying? They are certain kind of people, motherfuckers that keep shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Rick sound like he's the people, because the people do shit like that. People do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? People is the one that keep records and files on you and da 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 da. Whole legal act. How the fuck did Rick get? Like I said, how the fuck did he get into temp? How did he get that close?
Not nice, but what's you say?
These are the motherfuckers right now. You know what I'm saying? He's the spearhead of that shit.
Yeah.
Why you? A Jew.
Kung Fu.
Saying he's a spearhead.
He said spearhead.
Got a spearhead. He's a spear. He's spearheading. He's spearheading. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Him and Unc the God Killer. Unc the God Killer. Rick got all the paperwork. If there's anything that you want, Rick will email it to you. If you want it, he got it. Who that sound like to you? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Malachi York situation ain't it's actually it's not in paperwork. It's not written down. This shit is perception. Motherfuckers gotta perceive what took place from that point up until now. Shit is pure perception.
Yep. I believe they don't even believe he's in jail. Because you wouldn't go so hard on someone who you thought was in jail. So you filibustering your own self. You
Yep.
know, going so hard on a man who's supposedly incarcerated for what? 135.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Motherfucker in there. He in there, 135 exact couple. I was like, hey,
You
is what
won.
it is. You said.
You
Yeah.
supposedly won already. You just not acting like somebody who won.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all bitter looking for a daddy. Hmm. Very interesting. It's the source of all of their conversations. When they try and say they ain't gay. And as you said before, everything they say is gay is homosexual gear. Oh, he did this and little kid this and little thing that. But when Chuck's doing it, it's okay, you know? Yeah, damn it.
Yeah,
We don't want to.
Chuck be sound like an old grandma. He be sound like an old grandma in the background when when whoever be up there telling what supposedly happened to him and yeah, I came in the room and she was with me and she unzipped my pants and he came around the bed out the closet and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, that shit is crazy. You telling it? You come on. This is where's these people? I asked this motherfucker that earlier too. Where's these people at? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, you say that was there, that was present, because when you was asked, well, how many people when you was on Queen's Flip, Tarek, and you was asked by Queen's Flip, and well, how many people would be present at a time, and you was like up to 4 people. So who are these people? Who are these people? Where the fuck are these people at? Where they at? You pull them up for reference. Where are these people at? Because it wasn't your sister. Your sister's out there. It wasn't any of the other people that be on the panel. So who are the people that were there? What are their names? Who are they? We need to pull them up for reference. This is an actual fact. We need to pull them up for reference.
Yeah, Mr. Angry.
We Issa at? We Issa Johnson at? We at? Fuck he at? Issa. Issa was born on 9/11. Issa. Kathy's son. He was born on 9/11. In Brooklyn. In Sagitt. 9/11. Issa. Issa. Where he at?
Hmm.
He at? Tardik out here on a mission. Motherfucker like he got diabetes. He went from a Slim Jim to a motherfucker like he got diabetes. He on Queen's Flip, look like he got diabetes. I'm like, fuck wrong with this nigga? This nigga did a whole, this nigga did a whole, here, come on, yeah, fucking play games. Yeah. Dr. Phil, Montel.
Oh, God.
Talk about that shit. Talk about how that there became to where you ended up on a motherfucking show. Discuss that. How did you get to Montel? How did you get to Dr. Phil? How did that happen? What happened? Did somebody call you and be like, yo, we would like the story, get on the show? Or what happened? Talk about that. How you get up on both shows? How'd that work out? You know what I'm saying? Wow. talk about that. They said this motherfucker a con man.
Huh.
They said this motherfucker's a con man, racist from the early '60s. When
And
he
he's
was a
sick.
teenager, when he was a
Crazy.
sick-minded teenager,
Hmm.
he devised a plan in his mind to scam the world all the way up to 2002 on the strength of religion. We the fuck, hold up. How does he know to speak Arabic?
Hmm.
How does he know how to speak? Just fuck it. 19, he came. That's a lie. He don't speak 19 languages and da 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 da. Da. Okay, cool. You can have that. All right, fuck it. He don't speak them. How does he know how to speak Arabic? If he wasn't born in the Sudan, and that's cool.
Hmm.
That's cool. You can have that too. But he was born in Boston. Okay, fine. You can have that. Now, how did he learn how to speak Arabic? Where? When? How? Where? Where? How? When? That's not something you just pick up and be like, yo, I'm going to learn this real quick and then go out here and freak a nation. No. You just don't pick up and I'm gonna learn Arabic real quick. And then now, you know what I'm saying, you out here. How you do that? Explain that. Where he learn Arabic at? Nigga Tarnoon said all he know is Arabic and Spanish. Okay, fine. All he knows is Arabic and Spanish. That's fine. Okay, that's fine.
That's
But
enough.
but I mean, do you speak either or yourself? Do you speak either or? Because if
Yeah.
not, then what the fuck is the point in saying that, nigga? Because you don't even speak either or.
Uh, I know Mark Bossier don't
At
speak
least.
Yoruba. Yeah. Michael Bossier and them don't speak Yoruba.
Yeah,
Malik and them don't speak Yoruba or don't speak Igbo or don't speak Hausa or none of that. And they want to talk about Ifa and all them type of stuff there.
Hmm.
And talk about they well versed in the ceremonies. God damn, you lot a bunch of juju man.
Hmm.
Yeah. You as bad as the new Uptiles.
Oh,
When you mix the Hindus and that shit together, you get Nupu Dudu, Nupu Nupu Dudu.
oh,
It all makes sense now.
oh. That shit stink. Go to
Stink.
Tarnoon channel. That shit
Hmm.
stink. Why? Because all he's talking about, that's the image his channel paints in your mind. Is some foul shit happening. You know, come on. That's all you painting over there in your channel, my man. You're not discussing the alignment of the stars. The alignment is taking place right now. Motherfuckers ain't discussing that. That's not even on their radar. That's how you think. Come on. Now look good. Now, you know what I mean? With,
Hmm.
huh? Motherfuckers ain't aligned. It's alignment time, obviously. They're not into the alignment time. You know what I'm saying? Dispute the presence of Yanun. Not the Yanun that the Nuwapians deal with. I don't know. That's Yanun means old light. So the old light we talking about is a different light than the light they talking about. You know, Yanun is just a name for a tone that means something. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Talking. Sadu poison.
Poison. That boy is poison.
He's sickening people's minds with the constant, huh, 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 huh. All right, nigga, we get it.
Wow.
All right, we get it. Gotcha. Oh, but you want to keep going on because they out here. Well, obviously, that's some shit y'all got between yourselves.
Mm.
But most of them don't even respond to him. Motherfuckers still be doing their thing.
Yep.
What they put up there, Prince York puts a video up the day after of him in there talking.
Mm.
This nigga obviously is not bothered by what y'all niggas is doing. He could care less. Yet, this is the vibration, what they say, that he's their sick cult that deal with the six ether forces and the moon. And this is what Tarnum be saying to them. But that's what you consist of, my man. Because that's what you talk about, my man.
Yeah, but how you even talking about 6 ether, nigga? So
Hmm.
yeah, Alpha Uno talked about ether too, huh?
Hmm.
Oh,
So who's Alpha Uno though? I never heard of this nigga.
Eugene. He from Alabama. Eugene. Yeah,
I see
Afro
some.
Uno. But
I
we never see nothing from Afro Uno, and that's cool. And
Nothing.
that's
kind of you
and that's cool
brown.
because remember from the books that they're speaking about, the books that they're speaking about that consist of Afro Uno, right? There was more than one author of those books. So when you have Amun Nebre Okta and you have Afro Uno, right? And then there's another one, something new, but some Upu. They be doing that Upu shit. Okay, we get you. All the authors wasn't known. When he came, Doc said he was known. One of his titles was being one that was known as the unknown author. You know what I'm saying? That go by, you know what I mean? Amun Nebre Okta, the name. That was the author's name.
Mm-hmm.
Never said anything about Afro Uno. And the Reptilians was pushing that shit on people, talking about, yeah, that's Afro Doc, yeah, that's Afro Uno. Niggas is out here whack freestyling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Niggas is fucking moosing.
yeah.
Motherfuckers moosing. You know what I'm saying? Fucking got stupid freestyles, like literally stupid freestyles. Like, you know what I'm saying? He said, Amun Nebre Okta. They said Afro Uno.
Hmm. But yet, what did Afro Uno offer? Because I could tell you what um how do you pronounce it? Ra'aktapa or whatever. He
Ain't Doc real name? Ain't Doc real name David?
no, but it's in the book of coming forth by day. I said it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, they're coming forward by day by Ani.
Yeah.
That's crazy because I just, wow. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
it ain't nothing new. They need to bust the page, Might be on along that cartoon image line, but still. He
Mm-hmm.
gave you the definition. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's the author of that, of the coming forth by day, and there ain't no comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's your laws right there. Tahuti, Ma'at, whatever you want to say. That's your laws right there. So deal with that.
Mm-hmm. The Ibis, the pen.
Exactly.
That's the right knowledge. The Tahuti, because the Tahuti, they fuck with they fuck with the baboon.
Yeah.
You know what
Lunar
I'm saying?
cycle.
We deal with the pen. You know what I'm saying? The pen, in order to have right knowledge, you have to right knowledge. That's the
Mm-hmm.
pen of Tahuti. They deal with the baboon of Tahuti. That's the Tahuti they be talking about. That fucking shit Tarnum be putting up there in the videos. The Wapians be dealing with it and all that funny style shit. No, they deal with that. No,
Mm-hmm.
Tahuti is, Zehuti. Those are three different beings. They talking about Tahuti. Well, what about Zehuti? Zehuti is the pen. That's the scriber. That's the Melchizedek.
Mm-hmm.
The scriber, the writer, motherfucker that writes knowledge, right knowledge. You know what I'm saying? They talking
Right.
about the baboon. Mm-hmm. Wapians deal with that fuck shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Leave them to
Monkey,
it.
monkeying around.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Monkeying around. Mm-hmm. Fucking with them symbols and all that shit. All them symbols and they had in the pyramids and all. Huh? Motherfucker, they taking symbols and expressions that's painted on wall and turn it into a verbal conversation. Like how? How you know what that means? The metaneta. Then they call it the metaneta. This is the metaneta. The fuck
Mm.
it means the metaneta. Prove it. Can you prove that is the metaneta? You can't. Motherfucker gonna tell me that Dolly York can't. What? Well, prove what you believe in. What you
Mm-hmm.
think is real. What you think is authentic. Okay, prove it. That just goes. Period.
Mm. Then we're back to stitching.
You back to stitching because you split open with that one, so you got to stitch. Now you need stitches. You
Facts.
get split open with that one. Now you need stitches.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. That shit wasn't. So what you deal with, that's prove it. These motherfuckers got the noon calendar up there. They talk about this animal belongs over here. This animal don't belong here. It got to go here. And if this animal don't go here on the calendar and don't end up over here, then everybody's fucked because this animal ain't aligned with that animal. And get the fuck out of here with that shit. Listen, man, what's you know what I'm saying? That's because when it boils down to it, all you doing is giving me another doctrine.
That's right. And not a good one at that.
That's indoctrination. A lot of motherfucking calendar and these signs and this go here and pop up. Come on. When you really get to it. That shit is trash. That shit is straight trash.
Afro poo poo. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm signing out, man. I'll get my research on, upload some videos. I got some real work to do. These guys ain't serious.
Yeah.
What's that? What's that?
No, I said I gotta upload some videos and the work I done today. Because it's funny, because they couldn't even deal with none of these atheists or these, you know what I mean? They'd tear their ass up at Speaker's Corner and be torn. Because you ain't got nothing to bring. You gonna come with a big N on your head.
Oh.
You gonna get critiqued. That's why you don't tell nothing about yourself.
Where's your proof?
Exactly. That's the first thing they're gonna ask you.
Yeah, that's the first thing you do.
Don't worry about us.
Everything is where's your proof?
And they will, and you know, in an instant like that, they will overstand my response. Feel me? Because if the intelligible ones ask me, "Where's your proof?" I'll say proof, and they would catch it. If something in them would trigger, and they would catch what I said to them. Like, well, you say proof, I say proof. They would catch that. These fake conscious motherfuckers can't catch that. Feel me? They say proof, I say proof. They know exactly where I'm going with it. They can meet me there and we can have that discussion on that plane, on that vibration. You know what I'm saying? In that realm. These motherfuckers is vibrating where they at. Crazy. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, they're still there in that vibration and can't move from different realms mentally. That shit is bananas.
Crazy.
Yeah, boom. Where they at? But like Black Sun said, I mean, talk about that is let's talk about it. Yeah. Because that strikes our interest. Regardless of what but when you mention, when you say that, it's like, okay, well, shit, that strikes our interest.
Yeah, that's my alley.
You know what I'm saying? But when you start going all over the fucking place, then it's like, okay, gotcha. Time to close the curtains.
And it's the same fucking thing. They only say the same fucking things. Oh, it's same. It's the same fucking sentences they use. You know what I mean?
This nigga Tardo got over 100 videos. He's one of the motherfuckers I need to write a book about. Dorito Man. Call him Tarno. Dorito Man. He like eat a bunch of Doritos. Some Avalon. Huh?
Somebody called him the Green Mile Man earlier. Walking that Green Mile.
He fucking Doritos and fucking fake alkaline, bootleg alkaline water.
Yes. Tarnoon, son of Shrek. It's good, man.
In motherfuckers' inboxes. What's wrong with you, nigga? What's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Call Adrian Patrick. Ain't that's what call Doc's lawyers. Get them motherfuckers on it. Call them. Get Doc's lawyers. Get them motherfuckers. Call them. Get them on your show. What's up with Neb? Neb ain't getting the old man with the car? The old man with the car. Neb, we live still, right? Neb, what's happening, Captain? You're not getting the old man with the car? that was locked up with Doc? We need him on a call, Neb. Please. 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 How whack? We need him on a call. This is shit. These niggas. This is what they need to. You know what I mean? Because what's up with that? This is what we need to know. What's up with that? Nigga gonna tell me, motherfucker gonna tell me that my pops is locked up, and I don't see my pops or talk to my pops. I had a personal conversation with one of Doc's sons in regards to that, and his response and reply, like how he replied and responded to me. That shit was off the meters. It taught me something. Know what I'm saying? It taught me something. But in the same token, it's like, yo, I could never see myself that way because how you could, unless you know something that I don't know. Feel me? There's no way in this fucking world that you could have all of these children and you don't have several of them knocking down your door. Yo, I'm going to see my pops. I'm going to see my pops. Why none of y'all motherfuckers go to see y'all father? Why they don't go? The family don't go see him. Wakia lies and say that Wakia she lies and say that she goes to see her brother. Her brother from outer space. From another planet. She goes to see her brother that's from another planet in jail. That shit sounds crazy. You go to see your brother from another planet that's in jail. A motherfucker from another planet would not be locked up in jail. A motherfucker from another planet would be in some other shit. If they ever captured something like that. That would be in some other shit. Not jail.
Exactly. On the mother shit.
Not in the Fed. It'd be on some other shit.
On the mother shit.
All the mother shit.
On some other shit.
Motherfuckers talk about doctors in a jail walking through the cell and glowing green and the crabs is outside the jail hovering and inmates are seeing this. We need people that saw this. We need to speak to them. We need to speak to them.
Yeah.
Rick, do you have any ideas, Rick? We still live, right? Rick, do you have any ideas? We need to speak to these people. Motherfuckers that was in the Jones County jail when he was in there, and they was talking about motherfuckers was seeing him and the crab was outside the jail and he was walking through the cell and glowing green and We not asking the Nuwapians, because the Nuwapians is gonna believe anything that comes through that window. Anything that comes through that motherfucking window, anything that for real, anything that comes through that slot, rather. Anything that comes through that motherfucking slot, the Nuwapians is gonna believe. Asking Rick, when he was in Jones County, these people that was making these claims that they saw this, that, and the third, as far as the green light and the crab outside the jail and him walking through the cell and all that. Any name references, please. If you're listening now or if you hear it later, any name references, please. These are the type of people we need to be getting on the panel. Fuck that. Why we ain't got nobody that is 16 years, going on 16 years, and we ain't got nobody that was actually in there with him, that came out, being there with him, talk about when they was in there with him, like literally, not the motherfuckers that was on the video that Milwaukeeans had. Not them. Not talking about them. Fuck them. Not fuck them, but not fuck them. Anybody else? Anyone else that's been released? Now, when Neb says that he bought the car off of a dude that said he was in AdMax with Doc, all you have to do is go to AdMax website and look up the people that had been released from whatever year, in the year they got released. The year they got sent there, ended up there, the year they got released. And see what you find. See what you find. And no one fits the description of the motherfucker that Neb said came from there. That's a fact. How I know? Because I went and looked.
Straight. Same.
I went and looked. No one fits that description. No one. Either a motherfucker got released and shipped to a lower class penitentiary where they did their good time or whatever, the time they supposed to do, and they got out of AdMax and got sent to a level 3 camp or some shit like that, or they went home. We live, so I'm speaking to anyone paying attention or anyone that will hear this later. You go look for yourself the people that were released from AdMax and match that to what the motherfucker Neb said in the video about the old man that he bought a car off of. And see if it fit the description. It began strange. Doc said it began strange, it'll end strange. That's real shit. When I came in contact with El Raul Shilanu, that's what he said to me. He was like, yo, it seems strange. It seems strange, don't it? I was like, nah. He was like, it seems strange, don't it, right? I was like, nah. But it did. After I thought about it, but it did. Oh. Oh.
Yo.
Sweatpants. Never forget that shit. Sweatpants. Yup. But yeah. Let's stop playing. Let's stop playing. Stop the play. Tanuno a stupid motherfucker anyway. He not in tune with the stars. He ain't in tune with the universe and all that shit. Because he wouldn't be up top. He say he up top. According to him, he up top. He in New York. Nigga, you don't belong. If you was dealing with the forces of nature, you wouldn't be in the city, my man. Not there. You wouldn't be there of all places. You right there with the New Wapians. Shit, quiet as crap. He is a better New Wapian than they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Him, Chuck, and come on. Fuck out of here. Chuck in Hawaii. Hawaii get ready to leave from the map. So he can stay there if he wants. If that's where he's at. You know what I'm saying? If that's where he's true, if that's where Chuck is truly at, well, he can stay there if he wants. Because Hawaii about to be off the map.
Yeah.
That's about to be off the map. Hawaii gotta go. A lot of water. A lot of motherfucking water. Hope he taught his you know, his people how to develop gills.
Yeah.
Yep. That applies to Tarnoon too. We up in New York, NYC, in the place to be. You know, we up there with them bridges and shit, them bridges and tunnel. You know, New York City. That's our that's our home. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised there. We know about that thing there. That thing surrounded by water. Tarnoon up there on his computer. Meanwhile, that thing about to get hit with water.
Yeah.
And a snow blizzard. Tarnoon cool where he at. He on a computer, you know, doing his freelance. He on a computer doing his motherfucking freelance. Feel me? But yeah. That thing there about to catch something. NYC about to catch something. What he talking about? All that shit is the Millennium Scroll. That's in the Millennium Scroll. Just like you said earlier, he had certain classes. There was a class where he taught motherfuckers, or he met up with certain people and spoke class, and you had a meeting, and you had a variety of different things. Everything was it was for who it was for. Everybody caught what they needed to catch at that. I mean, the way they caught it. You know what I'm saying? Tano, we ain't speaking about that. The calamities, shit. Well, fuck it. If you get into the scrolls, then talk about the calamities and shit, and what to expect, and how to expect it, and which way it would come in, and how it would come in, by which way it would come in, even. Feel me? Speaking about that, that didn't take place. That's been taking place. Everything he said that was going to take place in regards to how it would take place in the timeline, it took place. Motherfuckers, you do 2003, August 12th. August the 12th, see? Because you had August the 12th this year. What happened August the 12th this year? And then you had August the 21st this year, right? They won't address that shit. They won't mention that. However, August the 12th, he always, when the spaceships ain't come get y'all then. But he did say out his mouth, the class is up there. What is it called? I think it's called We Have Our Own Time. We have our own time. If you hear in there, he says that the dates that he gives is for them. It's not because I'm not going to tell you where to be at when the time comes, because they'll be there before you. You can't. Don't get me to work for. Don't get me to tell on you. Meaning, get you making yourself work for them to get me to tell you where you need to be. And they really want to know where you need to be so they can stop you from being there. So niggas got to think 2003, August 12th, and shit lines up, and the Biru. So when it didn't happen, they like, yo, it didn't happen. He was, what you mean? How you thought it was going to take place? And it didn't happen in 2003. It took place in 2004. But how you expect for it? Why? And this is crazy because this ties into right now, because why they're going in, we're the ones that return. Those of us, it's those of us that return now, here, now.
He was acting out still.
Yep.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I can speak this way to these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers is trying to get dirty.
Yeah, because they keep all you talk about is Doc. That's one person. You like niggas.
It's cool though. We got the tide.
Everybody was on Doc's nuts the way y'all was on.
It's cool though. We got the tide. We got the tide. We got the tide. We got the tide. It's the laundry. Laundry involves water and soap.
You stupid.
Laundry involves water and soap. What is the purpose of detergent? Is to remove the dirt. That's the purpose of detergent, to remove the dirt. Stains, get the fuck up out of here. That shit they talking is fucking trash. We're gonna get to it, we're gonna get to it. I got some real fucking questions. Fuck that. He's gonna talk about all that quick. I got some fucking real questions for him.
Yeah, I'm about to write 360 questions. I started on this post. That was crazy. The 2 little questions I asked was enough to be like, oh yeah, I can start it with the shit we was asking about the pictures, all that. That's 360 questions, man. Hey, what are you talking about? We could play the same little fucking games, nigga. Nobody just said nobody want to sit there and play them fucking games, and y'all ain't trying to sit there and answer them. You just gonna divert it and go back to, well, he stole it. Prove it. They just keep saying the nigga got arrested for it. Like, did the nigga get sued for it? Like I don't understand this shit. He got locked up, caught. There's pictures of him getting caught.
Exactly.
Stealing Zachariah's books for the bookstore. Y'all always try to say he never gave nobody a shout out to reference. That's what makes me mad.
He don't
with Chuck
got no other lawsuits on him.
Chuck Ryan has know for a fact, and I'm glad. What's his name? On a post, he put some snapshots of old ass Ansar shit before fucking HTM showing Zachariah Stitch and catalog in they shit. I'm saying y'all niggas thinking it started at HTM. This shit started at Ansar. We been had Zachariah Stitches in our teach. We been had those teachers a part. Those teachers was always a part of teaching, no matter what school they went to. And the nigga showed and proved it with a picture of the catalog. And this shit I try to say to Chuck, he try to dodge it and say no. Like, nigga, you know Doc had all that nigga fucking catalog, all his books catalog in the back of his books, giving that man props. What are you talking about?
Yeah, not just him, though. Not just him. Yeah.
No, not just him. That's what he said too. I mean, the brother showed over like 100 and some other people that also had catalog, and he said the same thing. Now, and I remember too, not just him, but that's who they stuck on. That's why I say that.
No doubt. But I'm adding on saying that. Yeah, that wasn't even just him because. They stay stuck on Zachariah.
Right.
But it's like, well, goddamn, what about all the other motherfuckers that was mentioned? What about Professor X? And then, know what I'm saying? They don't mention them. Chuck Morgan don't mention them.
William Cooper, he had that back in the back of his book, The Pale Horseman. He said, go read it. He said he has certain Illuminati books in there from white people, about the Illuminati and secret society.
Yeah, he said go read it.
I think I'm just making this shit up. It's white people out here saying it because he know you'll accept it quicker from the white man. But if he said, oh, he must made this shit up, where that came from. But you got all these white people writing this shit.
Everybody playing their role. Everybody playing their role, but that trash gotta get dumped. That trash gotta get that trash gotta get dumped. All that shit, all that.
That's the point.
They if they listen or they hear all that Prince York shit and all that. That's between y'all. That's y'all shit. We ain't got nothing to do with that Prince York shit. Give a flying fuck about that Prince York shit. Just saying though, when you mention the old man, that strikes our interest. It strikes our interest. And when you're meant to, you're going to receive from us what it is when our interests have been struck. You know what I'm saying? Because if you strike this interest, that means motherfucker, we got to allow a motherfucker to walk through. Right. We got to allow a motherfucker to walk through. You know what I'm saying? We can bring them through the halls. You know what I'm saying? They come through the motherfucking halls and walk. Ain't no lights. Ain't no backpack. Ain't no lights, ain't no candles, none of that shit. Matches, nothing. Nathan. We bring him through the halls. Right. You know what I'm saying? We bring him through the fucking halls. Where's the video footage? Where's the pictures when they ran up on him in the parking lot in Millersville, Kmart parking lot? Where's the video footage? Where's the pictures? No pictures? Okay, cool. Where's hold up? Where's the pictures, the video of him walking into court? Them calling him into court and with the orange jumpsuit and walking up to where's the video footage, the recording, the pictures of him when he's in there with the Moorish shit on? Where's that picture? Where's the picture with him with Kathy? You know, like, where's the video footage of the trial? The trial was recorded. Where's the fucking video? We want to see that. That's what we need to see. So we can make our own minds up. Like you mentioned Charles Manson earlier. Exactly. They got Charles Manson on fucking 2020. So if you got Charles Manson on 2020, why we can't get Dwight York on 2020? We need Doc on 2020. Perfect Vision is 2020, right? Well, shit. Make us see. We need Doc on 2020.
When they still talk about OJ, they still talk about Gotti. They made movies and all type of shit about Gotti.
Pop
documentaries. They was always talking about Why ain't nobody talking about him?
Come on,
Why nobody?
this,
The man who had a coat,
he's supposed to be
still
he's supposed to be
thriving.
the most charismatic. He's supposed to be the most charismatic criminal on the planet.
Yeah. Why is a cult leader's coat still thriving and not dismantled? Like, how they not making somebody the news? Somebody ain't talking about this. Or cult leaders' coat still thriving and out here. Beware. They're
Well, they have been having little or sprints of incidences in regards to them in Georgia before
oh
they left.
yeah.
Before
Well,
they
we
left.
know like with the shit that happened in Georgia. Yeah, we know that Prince York. That's shit that you gotta talk about because they got locked up. But why, when the white man was talking about the dude that had the girl in the closet and he was having kids by her, and now she graduated high school and all that, and she's healthy looking and all this shit. You know what I mean? Why they wasn't harping and staying on Dr. York? Why?
All them kids.
Ex-member or member of ex-cult. He serving 35 years, 335. That's it. You don't hear nothing else. What the fuck? I don't even think they said that. I think I'm freestyling. You know what I mean? But the nigga was what? He ain't say nothing. The okie dokie white nigga in the suit, fat Pillsbury dough, looking like he was fucking. His skin was drooping off his skin, like he was about to do like the nigga did in the X-Men when he went through the bars. He looked like that nigga, like his skin was that type of skin. But anyway, like why they didn't have a big news thing? They were supposed to blow all that up for months, weeks. That shit was out for a hot fried crack a second. I don't even know what's going on with that case no more. Do you? Elijah? Yeah, well, I mean, same thing. Oh, his phone might have cut up because he said he was going to die anyway. Yo, you talking to Tamu? Alright. Well, anyway, like I said, I think that's what he was hitting on when he said the little spritz. But that's nothing. That's only because of a case with someone that was a member on the Wabia Nation. So so no, that don't count. I took him out on the man. On the man. Just on him. Not because someone associated. No. Shit is crazy. No. It should be bigger than that, more people than that. But this will continue. I got things to do. People to see. Nah, I'm just. This concludes Sunday session, man. To be continued. We'll get at you at a later date with further. But tune in tonight, Sixth Dynasty. My boy Malachi Disciple. You know what I mean? It's a Nubu what? What's the last name? How I said on Facebook?
Naba.
Naba Naba Nubu. Oh, he did that just be funny. Even though it means something else. Asu Naba Nubu. You already know. AKA Malachi's disciple will be on a pre-weigh-in discussion about debating Tanun. So Y'all tune in 11:30, 6 Dynasty. Because we'll be there in attendance. Be there, be square. Run them out. Rahul back, because Rahul is back. Peace and divine love and light, because love is the light. I know y'all don't get that concept. Love is the light. Confusion. Yes. Peace, 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 peace.